Administrative assistant Michelle Simpson is suing her daughter's ex-boyfriend, 22-year-old house painter Kyle Scaife, for his share of a trip to Jamaica. Kyle says he was a guest on the vacation.
You were taking a family vacation to Jamaica.
That's correct.
And at the time of this vacation, this lovely young man was your daughter's boyfriend.
That's correct.
It is your claim that you agreed to advance him the money to go on this vacation with the agreement that he would, when the vacation was over, pay you back.
That's correct.
You did take him on the vacation, paid for him. He and your daughter have now parted company, and he has never paid you back.
That's correct.
And Mr. Scaife says that he had a wonderful time on vacation.
Right.
But he was your guest, right?
Right.
Who was this?
This is my roommate at the time. We were invited. Her daughter lived with us. He was a witness.
Did you go on the vacation too?
No, ma'am.
Just he went.
Yes, ma'am.
You didn't want to go to Jamaica?
I wanted to, but she wouldn't pay for me.
Oh, step up. Tell me your name.
Justin Runyon.
How old are you, Justin?
23.
And you were living with Kyle and?
Natalie.
Natalie.
She lived with us, actually.
So tell me, Justin, when was this trip?
I think it was like May of last year.
And Natalie told you about the trip?
Yes, ma'am. She came over to our house and was all excited and said that...
Look at me. No, look at me.
She told Kyle that he could go with them for free.
She did?
Yes, ma'am.
She said, oh, you can come with us and you can come for free.
Yes, ma'am.
And didn't you say, can't I go for free too?
I joked around about it, but...
Well, tell me how you joked around about it.
Well, Natalie...
Come on, tell me what you said. You remember exactly that she said, please, I want you to come to Jamaica. You can go for free. So if you remember that so clearly, I want you to tell me what it is that she said to you and what you said to her. Think carefully.
Natalie told Kyle that he could go for free, and Kyle's like, well, are you sure about that? And she's like, even if we break up, you don't ever have to pay my mom back.
Oh. Oh. It's like I'm watching Dumb and Dumber. Huh? Right? Don't you love it?
I was trying to figure out which one is Jim Carrey.
Yeah, so you're right. Me too. All right, Justin. Thank you very much. You've been most enlightening. You may sit down now.
It's like shooting fish in a barrel. It's incredible.
Wonderful. It's just wonderful. I don't even need a good night's sleep. Okay. Now, Kyle.
Yes, ma'am.
Last year, what were you doing to support yourself?
I was a bartender.
Were you working full-time?
Yes, ma'am.
So, get good tips? Nice-looking guy like you?
Sometimes tips were great. Sometimes we weren't so busy.
Well, you managed to support yourself, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Great. Are you still working as a bartender?
No, ma'am.
What are you doing now?
I paint houses.
Got a girlfriend?
No, ma'am.
What happened with Natalie?
It just didn't work out.
She's a nice girl, right?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Come on, Natalie.
Thank you. Been wanting to play too.
You want to play too? No, I usually have all the fun. Natalie.
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever tell Kyle in Justin's presence? Let's see if I can repeat that exactly. I want you to listen to me carefully, Justin, to make sure that I'm going to repeat it pretty much as you told me. That you wanted to take Kyle on a trip to Jamaica for free. He doesn't have to pay for anything. And even if you break up, he doesn't have to pay your mother back. That's what you told me, right?
Yes, ma'am.
No, ma'am, I did not.
Tell me about the trip to Jamaica, Natalie.
We had a great time.
Good.
Originally, my mother and myself and her best friend were scheduled to go on a trip. Kyle and I got a little serious, and he hinted around a lot. He would have liked to go. I didn't really mind that Kyle went. I mean, I was actually looking forward to him being there. I knew he did not have that kind of money, and neither did I, honestly. So when I ran it past Mom, I said, Mom, Kyle's kind of after me. He really kind of wants to go. You know, is there something we can do, whatever? And Mom said, can he borrow the money from his parents? Kyle said, no, that's not an option. Mom said, well, I can give him a loan. And at that time, we were expecting Kyle to get a settlement from an car accident that he had been in. And everything we did revolved around that settlement. Utility bills, cell phones, anything. He kept going back to that.
So he kept hoping to get this settlement check.
Yes, ma'am, he did. And in addition, when you asked him what happened with Natalie, you should ask him about his financial priorities and where his responsibilities are.
Well, why don't you tell me?
They're nowhere. They're video games, predominantly. Kyle was in between jobs most of the time. After his car accident, I actually paid his bills in he and Justin's home.
What kind of car accident were you in, Kyle?
I was rear-ended at a stoplight.
Were you the driver of the car?
Yes.
So you sued the car that hit you?
Just for medical bills and everything like that.
Kyle, did you sue through an attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
An attorney doesn't sue just for medical bills, Kyle. Attorney sues for pain and suffering, for your injuries, and to reimburse the company that paid your medical bills, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you ever get a settlement?
It's in litigation.
Look at me!
It's in litigation right now.
So you haven't gotten the settlement yet?
No, ma'am.
So what you were doing is really you were counting your chickens before they were hatched?
No, ma'am.
Ah, okay. So what kind of an arrangement, Natalie, did you make with Kyle for the trip?
Originally, I said, my mother will pay for you to go on the trip. However, we need to pay her $50 to $100 a month until you receive that settlement, assuming that it was going to be within the duration of the relationship, which I quickly realized that that wasn't going to be the case.
All right, Kyle.
Yes, ma'am.
How much did you give Miss Simpson towards the trip?
Nothing. As far as I knew, it was a gift.
Shh. Listen to me. Just answer my question. How much did you give her?
I haven't given anything.
Well, see, that is confusing to me.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I have one of him climbing a palm tree.
Oh, let
He
me
jumped on the
see.
banana
Oh, I
boat.
want to see. The insurance company that's handling his lawsuit with his lawyers that's been pending for ages is certainly going to want to see these pictures.
And later today,
She said you advertised for a
New, never been worn chicken suit.
new, never been worn chicken suit. This wasn't something you planned on wearing, I assume.
Michelle Simpson and her daughter, Natalie Ballard, say Natalie's ex-boyfriend, Kyle Scaife, owes for his share of a trip to Jamaica.
Now, what do you do for a living?
I'm an administrative assistant.
You have a household?
Yes, ma'am, I do.
Who lives in your household?
Right now, myself and my youngest daughter.
And are you the sole support of yourself and your youngest daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
How much do you earn a year?
Approximately $38,000.
Okay. Now, how much were you making last year?
Under $20,000 a year.
So you made a little more than half of what the plaintiff made, is that right?
Probably.
Right. And you only had to support,
Myself and her daughter.
you were supporting her daughter?
Well, we were doing it
Just
together.
a second. You were supporting her daughter?
We were doing it together, actually. It wasn't. I wasn't
No,
paying
ma'am.
everything. We were both paying everything together.
So you were supporting,
Myself.
right. Then why would you think that this lady who's running a household, taking care of a minor child, why do you think that she would decide to blow you to a $1,000 vacation?
I was actually shocked. You know, actually, I never asked.
I'm
to go.
shocked too. I want to tell you something, Kyle. It's shocking to me. Shocking. Because her daughter would have gone without you.
I'm sure
In
she
a
would.
flash.
Yes, ma'am.
In a flash, she would have gone without you for a week, gotten a nice tan, come back, shown you pictures, and said, I had a great old time.
Yes, ma'am. Probably.
You don't want to be a bum, do you, Kyle?
I wasn't. I never asked.
No,
to
you
go.
don't. Listen to me. You don't want to be a bum, do you?
No, ma'am.
You don't want to take things that should really be better spent on a child
Of course not.
for you to go on a vacation, do you?
Well, I was invited to go on a vacation, and it sounded like a good idea.
I don't believe that, sir.
Well, that's the way it happened.
I don't believe that, sir. I believe that she advanced the money, and I believe she gave you a lot of latitude to pay it off because, you know, you were expecting some windfall from some bogus accident that hasn't come through yet. And you, like any other 21-year-old, are living in a fantasy world that you're going to turn out to be a millionaire because somebody rear-ended you even though you're not injured. He's going to be sorry he came here. When you went on this trip to Jamaica, did you participate in water sports?
No, ma'am.
Did he participate
Yes,
in water
ma'am.
sports? Sure he did. Sure he did. Did you go swimming?
Yes, ma'am.
What other water sports did
I
he
have one of
participate
him
in?
climbing a palm tree.
Oh,
He
let me
jumped on the
see.
banana boat.
Oh, I want to see. The insurance company that's handling his lawsuit with his lawyers that's been pending for ages is certainly going to want to see these pictures, but I want to take a look at them first. Does this look like a healthy man to you?
Yeah, pretty healthy.
Oh, look at him climbing up the tree. Yes. Look at him climbing up that tree. picking up his girlfriend. Oh. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Oh, well, not only will you probably not get this money from your car accident and the substantial injuries that you alleged in your complaint, but you owe her $916. Judgment for the plaintiff. Step out.
Parties are excused. Women step out.
I think somebody finally taught him a lesson.
Regardless, win or lose, at least I'm glad this is over with.
I know Kyle better than anyone else, and no one can make him do anything he doesn't want to do but Judge Judy.
I'm just tired of messing with them. I'm sure they're tired of me. I just soon move on.
I did speak with Kyle several times.
Nothing was ever said about it until the relationship was over.
He did say that he would reimburse me the money once he got his settlement.
I'm sure they want the money, especially since the relationship didn't work out.
Oh, I'm thrilled. Justice has prevailed.
Cold-hearted people.
And I think we need to go back to Jamaica real soon.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Alarid versus Ayala. Step forward, please.
Small business owner David Alarid is suing teacher Sandra Ayala for the cost of a chicken suit he sold to her via eBay. Sandra says the suit was supposed to be brand new, but instead it was old and dirty.
Mr. Alarid, you advertised this chicken costume on eBay.
Yes, ma'am.
The defendant purchased it and then somehow paid for it with his PayPal or pen pal, I don't know, something, pal, that I don't quite understand. But the bottom line is she canceled the payment that she made to you and she kept the chicken suit. Okay, so $154 was the amount of the purchase plus shipping, and you want $2,650 for the price of the chicken suit plus your aggravation.
Yes, ma'am.
That's a lot of aggravation, Mr. Alarid. And Miss Ayala says she purchased this as a result of an ad that you placed on eBay, and she said you advertised for a
New, never been worn chicken suit.
new, never been worn chicken suit. She purchased it in good faith, she sent you the money in good faith, and she got this dirty, disgusting, worn chicken suit, which she doesn't want, right?
Correct.
And which she's not going to pay for. Now, when did you purchase it?
This was in May, early May.
And what did you purchase it for? This wasn't something you planned on wearing, I assume.
No. I'm a special education teacher, and just on a volunteer basis, sometimes I throw events for the special ed kids in my area. So I had a couple of picnics and concerts coming up in the early summer, and we have some children's music, and there's a song about a chicken in it, and I thought it would be great to have a little chicken mascot.
David Alarid says eBay customer Sandra Ayala owes for the cost of a chicken suit. Sandra claims David misrepresented the sale.
Do you have a copy of his ad that he ran on eBay?
I think he brought the original ad.
Can I see it, please? Okay, here we go. New, never worn, deluxe adult chicken mascot costume. And is this the way it came?
This is the way it came.
Can I see it, please, Bird?
Sure.
Come on, have a little bit of a sense of humor, babe.
And bring the feet with the shoe prints.
Name is Bird. I take it kind of personal.
We've known each other a long time. Listen, this has been worn, Mr. Alarid.
Yes, ma'am.
So, how come you sold something that had been worn to her as brand new, never worn?
Well, when it was shipped, it was brand new, never worn. It was sold 5 months ago.
Okay, let me see. No, it doesn't look too awful. You bought it in May what?
I think the date was May 8th. It was May 8th.
Excuse me a minute.
Who gets it?
Let's keep it right here for a minute. Well, I haven't finished doing the case yet.
Okay.
May 8th. And when did you receive it?
Just about a week after that.
When did you notify them that you didn't want to pay for it?
Well, that's not. I did pay for it. I paid for it right away. PayPal is a.
So you paid for it right away. Paid for it on May 8th.
Exactly.
Okay. Then you got it about a week later, say May 15th. Mm-hmm. And you realized that it
was worn.
It was worn. So what did you do?
I contacted eBay by email. That's the only way. And I contacted PayPal. And I said, what do you do in a situation like this?
Okay. Do you have any emails to support that?
I do have emails. I have emails between he and I, but the
No.
the PayPal.
I want to see.
This is the record of PayPal.
Let me see. Is this the first time you had bought something on eBay?
Yeah, it was my first time bidding on something on eBay, and so since I wasn't sure how to go about it, I had to call PayPal and said, what do you do when you receive a fraudulent item, when something comes worn and dirty and you didn't pay for that? And they said, oh, this man has actually refunded your money. I said, why? And they said, well, we can't be sure why, but you'll be getting the money in a day back to your account. And then he sent the email that said, PayPal accidentally sent you that money. You have to send it back to me. So I contacted PayPal again, and they say, we don't do refunds at all. It's seller-initiated, and there are no accidents.
Now, when did you correspond with Mr. Alarid about the suit?
The day that the money came back into my account.
Was that also in May?
Yes.
So practically immediately?
Exactly.
Is all that correct, Mr. Alarid?
No, ma'am.
Okay. When did she contact you and let you know about the condition of the suit?
June the 14th, after I'd sent several emails, finally, out of desperation, eBay and PayPal advised me to file complaint with the FBI Internet Fraud Division, at which point I sent an email saying, look, I'm filing a complaint with FBI Internet Fraud Division.
That was on June 14th?
Yes, ma'am.
How many of these chicken suits have you sold, Mr. Alarid?
On eBay or altogether?
Altogether.
Probably about 50.
50?
Yes, ma'am.
How many on eBay?
Probably about a dozen.
Where do you get them from?
Out of New York.
How much do you pay for them?
I pay $49.99, I believe it is.
So you pay $50 for them?
Yes, ma'am.
She doesn't like her suit, so you either want the money or the suit back.
Well, it goes a little bit beyond that at this point.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She wants to give it back to you.
I asked for it back several times.
Yes?
And her emails, which I have right here, I have a copy for you.
Yes, I'd like to see them.
Okay. Here's the emails right here.
She told you right away, sir. She said, I don't know what clerk you checked with about the condition of the suit, but that suit arrived in an old bag, in an old box, and the suit was full of leaves and debris, and the rubber parts were stained with marks on the beak, head, and shoe prints on the feet. They're still there. She told you that right away.
That was June the 14th.
So, she wants to give you the suit back.
I asked for it back.
Now you got it. Listen to me, Mr. Alarid. Are you in business?
Yes, ma'am.
Have you ever had complaints filed with regard to these chicken suits before?
Never.
So you paid for 50 chicken suits, which you paid $50 each for, equals $2,500. That's what you paid for the chicken suits. You sold 49 chicken suits times 124?
Yes, ma'am.
Equals $6,776. That's a fair profit. You made almost $4,000, and you've never had a complaint.
Correct.
Consider this the cost of doing business.
Oh, it's not a problem.
Perfect. Give him his chicken suit.
Okay.
Perfect. Now you have your chicken suit and your profit of almost $4,000. I would walk away a happy man, Mr. Alarid. Thank you very much. This case is over.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Now, this is case number 192 on the calendar in the matter of Waters versus Flatt.
Thank you.
You're welcome, Judge. Parties have been sworn in, Your Honor. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat, please.
Ms. Waters, do you have a problem that requires you to wear a visor and sunglasses?
Yes, ma'am. I have a letter from the doctor here.
Could I see it, please?
Yes.
All right, well, this is a letter requesting permission for you to wear the visor and glasses.
Yes.
So I have no objection.
Thank you.
Okay. Ms. Waters, this young lady is your stepdaughter.
Yes.
And her husband.
Yes.
And this gentleman?
Is my husband.
This is your daughter?
Yes, ma'am.
Your complaint alleges that you loaned your stepdaughter and her husband a little over $10,000.
Yes.
And they have repaid half.
A little less than half.
And you want the balance.
Yes.
Your stepdaughter and her husband say they've paid you back all that they have to because they did some work, some barter for you that took care of the balance of the loan. That's your defense. Is that right? How much money did she borrow from you?
Total? Probably about $70,000.
What did you borrow the money for?
For car payments. She paid insurance. There is a payoff balance there from a vehicle that she had taken.
For a car?
Right.
That you needed?
Mm-hmm.
Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, how much money did you borrow from your mother?
Her or my real mother?
Your biological mother?
None.
None? How much money did you borrow from your father?
None.
So it sounds to me, from your mother and your father, you got squat. From your stepmother, you got a whole bunch, right?
Right.
Now, you paid her back $4,000. She says she's loaned you over the years a lot more than $10,000. So now you are going to explain to me why you didn't pay her back the rest. Who's speaking?
Well, first of all, it all started out where we were getting behind.
Why were you getting behind?
On trying to get everything paid.
Why?
Financially.
We were financially in a rut, Your Honor, and...
Why were you in a rut? You're two young people. How many children do you have?
2.
2. Do you work?
Yes.
Do you work?
Yes.
Well, I have slow seasons at my work, and then we weren't making the bills, and Miss Waters took on a couple of loans for us. That's how...
Well, that was really nice of her. You have mother and father?
Yes.
Did they give you money to pay off your bills?
No. If they had,
Yeah,
they
brother.
would.
What?
If they had, they would, though.
That's always a good answer. If I had it, I'd give you anything I had. All I wish to have is that I had it. So far, I've got your mother and father who gave you nothing, her mother and father who gave you nothing, and stepmother who gave you a lot. Right? I'm listening to a yes.
They helped us out, yes.
She helped you out.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So now I'm listening as to why you didn't pay her back. I'm listening.
We were renting a house from her. We did a bunch of repairs.
You were renting a house from her.
Yes.
So she had a house. Tell me about the house.
The house, originally when we first got married, she purchased a house for us, and we were buying the house off of her through a bank.
So she purchased a house, and she said to you, if you pay it off, it's yours. If you pay off the note, it's yours.
Yes.
Did she put any money down on the house?
I paid 100% of it. Their closing costs, their furniture, everything. All they had to do was move in.
And they were supposed to pay you back by paying
Monthly
rent
payment.
every month?
Well, no, it was actually a mortgage set up at that time.
Oh, good.
So that they could get credit.
And how much were they supposed to pay you every month?
At that point, it was $435 a month.
What a bargain. Couldn't get that anywhere else, could you?
No, we got and we were paid on it.
So?
About 2 years went by, we ran into some problems where my mother-in-law wanted to take the house back into her name.
Why was that?
We ran into marital problems.
Yeah.
And instead of losing the house, my mother-in-law wanted to sign the house back over into her name.
Your Honor, before that, before they had the marital problems, they were over 3 months behind. I made arrangements with them at that time because I was going to go ahead and go into foreclosure because they were behind on their car payments, which Ford Credit was getting ready to come and repo. They called me. I had to send money to them to stop that. They were over 3 months behind on the mortgage. They talked me into stopping the foreclosure if I would give them a chance, and so I let them make month-and-a-half payments until they caught it up. Then they split up. And that time, my stepdaughter had actually moved in with another gentleman, and we allowed the grandchildren and Mr. Flat, Brandon here, to move in with my husband and I to help him out because everything was really chaotic at that time.
So far, does that sound right, Brandon? Did you go and live with them?
Yeah, for about a week or 2.
So they were very nice to you?
Grandchildren.
Well, you were there too, weren't you?
Yes.
You ate there, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
You slept there?
Yes.
Ah, I got it. Why don't you owe her the rest of the money?
Well, we ended up getting back together, moved back into the house, and at this time, my mother-in-law owned the home, and at this time, she decided to rent us the house.
She decided to what?
Rent us the house instead of mortgage payments.
Okay.
We did a bunch of repairs on the house, and
So?
she had an agreement where if I was going to help her do this work, she was going to sell us the house back, and she was going to use that money that I did on the work in the house as a down payment back to that house. That was a verbal agreement we had.
Is that right?
Somewhat.
What kind of an agreement did you have with him?
What happened was in October of 2003, they had come up and told me that they were not going to rent the house any longer when the lease ran out in March, I think it was. I told them at that point then I was going to have to do some renovations to the house and put it on the market to sell it because I needed to get out from under it because of the expenses. Then after some of the improvements that we were doing, we were, adding to actually make it a 3-bedroom home. They decided they liked the landscaping and everything we were doing to it. It looked real nice again, so they told me they wanted to buy it. So we told them at that point in time, if they were going to buy it, they had to get their own mortgage, that we couldn't do it. You know, that was, we had done all we could do.
Right. Get your money, act like grown-ups, take care of yourself.
I told them, which basically wasn't legal, but I said, okay, if you help us finish this up so they can come in and do an appraisal on the house to help you get a mortgage, we'll say that you've put X amount of dollars down. So it'll make it easier for you to get this mortgage.
Gotcha. Does that sound right?
Yes, it does, yeah.
Okay.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Hey, why don't you turn around, just look at him, okay? Now look at me. In 10 years, you won't remember what he looks like. I'm being serious with you. In 10 years, unless you have pictures around the house to look at, you will not remember what he looks like.
And later today...
What word of be quiet didn't you understand? B. You didn't understand B? B. We're going to try it again, because Bill Clinton, you're not.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Lucinda Waters says her stepdaughter, Kim Flatt, and her husband, Brandon, owe for loans to pay their bills. Lucinda also says the couple won't let her see the grandchildren.
So I'm still waiting to hear why you didn't pay your stepmother back and your mother-in-law back the money that you owe her.
Well, the last month we lived there, Your Honor, we were half a month behind, and she decided to evict us, so...
Why were you half a month behind?
Bills got caught.
Bills! You know, the two of you were like an accident looking to happen. You're old enough to make children, you're old enough to play house, but you're not old enough to take care of your business. This lady is not going to continue to take care of your business and to clean up after you. You have parents. They don't help you. You have brothers and sisters, who knows, and how many other relatives. Nobody else helps you except this lady here, and you pay her back by not paying her back. You two are an outrage. Do you get my point?
Yes, ma'am.
Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
You ought to thank her by kissing her anywhere she says. Instead of not paying her back what you owe her. Don't say anything else, Miss Waters. I'm not often prone to give advice and to talk about wise, age-old adages, but no good deed goes unpunished. You see, he's probably talking to his mother and father, who gave him nothing. Only, I'd give you anything I had if I had it, but I don't have it. She's probably still talking to her mother. She might even be talking to her father, who gave her nothing. The only one that they're not talking to is the one who was most generous and took care of them, and that's you.
And they won't even let me see the grandchildren.
Well, then they are stupid, insensitive babies, right? Because the only one that helped you is her. And it would seem to me that if you have children and the only grandparent that they can count on is her, then it would seem to me that you are really two of the dumbest people that I've met in a long time if you don't allow her to see her grandchildren.
They told me I would get a restraining order if I even tried to go see them.
Why is that?
Because look, she's trying to come after us for everything we ever had. She didn't always help us. She was always trying to bury us in financial debt every time she got a chance. Oh, I'll go buy you a car. And, you know, I need a car, so what can I do? I don't want my kids around somebody like that.
Where do you come from? Where do you come from? What jurisdiction do you come from? What
Florida.
state? Florida. Where in Florida?
Ocala.
They would have the water tested there. You owe her $5,000. And if you're smart and if you're sensitive, listen, see your first husband?
Yes.
Are you as dumb as he is?
No.
So you understand that he sounds very stupid. He does sound very stupid. You have children?
Yes, ma'am.
Is he the father of your children?
Yes, ma'am.
And you were separated once?
Twice.
Twice. I want you to turn around, just look at him, okay? Now look at me. In 10 years, you won't remember what he looks like. I'm being serious with you. In 10 years, unless you have pictures around the house to look at, you will not remember what he looks like. Now I want you to look at her. You're going to always know what she looks like. She's going to be the staple in your life, not him. Now, quite frankly, you're irrelevant, but your children aren't irrelevant. You're going to have to rely on them. If you cut them off, you're as dumb as he is. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you think that I'm right?
Yes, ma'am.
Right. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $5,000. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
They think that they just can get it and they don't have to pay it back.
I really don't believe that I owed her the money.
I was told to get out of their home, which was my home at the time.
Blown out of proportion.
I just want us all to be a family again.
In the future, yeah, I do see it.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Feynman versus Hernandez. Step forward.
Aspiring author Annie Feynman is suing her former astrologer, Anita Hernandez, for breach of confidentiality. Annie says Anita used her pen name without permission.
Miss Feynman, your lawsuit alleges that somehow Miss Hernandez published something with your name on it. It wasn't your name, it was a pen name that you used, and that people might recognize the pen name and attribute whatever problem it was to you. So I want you to explain to me and to Bird here, what did she publish, when did she publish it, why it caused embarrassment to you, and why you think that she breached some sort of confidentiality arrangement she had with you. Let's go.
Okay. I've been in a depression for a while, so I decided to consult an astrologer. And I gave her some personal details of what had been happening.
You're an astrologer?
Yes.
How did you find her?
I had been seeing her website for quite a while, and she's very...
On the internet?
Yes. She's a very interesting astrologer, and I thought this would be an interesting way to maybe solve some of the problems I'm having. So the email name I use, the Flame McBain email name...
The what? Flame?
Flame McBain, which happens to be the main character of a novel I wrote, which I'm sending out to get published. It isn't published yet. That's why I'm nervous about this information being sent all over the internet, because I'm afraid a scandal might come of it, because the information she put out in a newsletter...
Just a second. You're getting ahead of yourself. Oh. So you wanted her to do what?
I wanted a chart.
You wanted a chart?
Yeah, some astrological calculations as to what was happening. Very personal, embarrassing details.
Miss Feynman, you sent this over the internet?
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead. So,
okay.
Along with personal details that you wouldn't want the stranger to know about.
I thought it was just going to Miss Hernandez. Well, you have a point.
What I want to see now is how you published her problem, because what she's complaining about is that you published her problem and people could identify her.
It's a limerick.
It's a limerick. I remember limericks from high school.
Ogden Nash.
Don't let them see that.
Is this what you're complaining? I want you to take a look at that. Is this what you're complaining about?
Yeah, this is exactly what... She had sent out the newsletter. I didn't get it, coincidentally enough, but my friend did. My witness got it. That's how I found out about it.
Okay. Can I see it, please? Suffice it to say, without going into details, which would be even more embarrassing for you, because instead of a few people getting it on the internet, hopefully, since our courtroom is televised, hopefully tens of millions of people will be watching.
And won't know the details.
And won't know the details. So you were asking about a situation that you had that involved something personal.
Right.
And she responded by writing a little poem and identified you by the use of the name that you sent her, which was Flame McBain.
I've used this name for 8 years. People know that it's me. Had she just said my client, it wouldn't have been a problem.
It wouldn't have been a limerick.
Just a second. Just a second. Why did you use that name when you sent her?
I didn't. She used it from my email address.
Right. And she says clearly, no real names used.
Right, but I've used that name for 8 years. People know it's me.
So what? She didn't use any real names, and the only way she could convey to you things were by using your name.
Beyond what's happening now, I'm very nervous that if I do get published, that this would come out to be used against me in the future and cause me public embarrassment. I wanted to, like, get it over with now.
Her novel is about a hooker.
Listen.
Her novel is about a hooker.
Miss Hernandez, Miss Hernandez, put it away. Put it away. Miss Feynman, listen to me very carefully. Shh.
Third generation.
Shh. What word of be quiet didn't you understand?
B.
You didn't understand B?
B.
We're going to try it again, because Bill Clinton, you're not. If you're afraid that the name Flame McBain will come back and haunt you if your novel is published, is that what your real concern is? Change the name.
Change what name?
Flame McBain.
It's too late. It's copyrighted, and the book is...
Just a second. Nobody bought it yet. If somebody...
I have sold it unpublished.
Listen to me. If somebody buys it, change the name. Miss Feynman.
I can't do that.
Get it. Why can't you?
That's my character's name.
Change it. If you're afraid of being embarrassed, change the name.
Way too late for that. Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Listen, if you don't want something to be out there in the general, wherever they put the
it's
things,
already
listen to me
copyrighted.
carefully, wherever they go in the internet, wherever things go in the internet, into outer space, don't put it in writing. Nothing is private that's on the internet. And if you didn't learn that before, this is a very good lesson. And if you're not afraid of it being out there, but what your real fear is that it may negatively impact on your book, change the name of your heroine. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. Yeah, this is case number 377 on the calendar in the matter of Liebert versus Bowen. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated.
Are you ladies really involved in this case? You're not the actual plaintiff or defendant, so why don't you sit down, because this has to do with the gentleman. Mr. Liebert, is this your wife?
Yes, ma'am.
It is your claim that the defendant, who was a neighbor of yours, assaulted you. You want to be compensated for that assault. You lost wages, your medical bills, pain and suffering. Mr. Bowen says that no, it was you who attacked him, and he is counterclaiming. How long have you been neighbors?
Probably the last 3 years.
Right. I gather from the answer in the complaint in this case that there was some trouble after someone reported someone else to the Environmental Protection Agency. Now, who did that reporting?
I did, Your Honor.
Tell me why.
Because of the continuous problem of that we don't have no sewers on the street, so they have a salvage yard, or he stores cars, whatever, and when he does that, they take engines out and they salvage their parts in their driveway, and then they inadvertently wash it out, and it comes across my driveway. And then, if last year we had been in a drought...
You're talking about the oil and...
The oil and all of his stuff that comes across my driveway. My driveway is continuously muddy. So I asked the plaintiff...
Muddy from dirt or oil?
Oil, antifreeze, whatever comes out of a car when you salvage it.
So because you had this oil and sludge on your property, you reported him to the Environmental Protection Agency. Yes. And what happened as a result of that, Mr. Liebert?
Nothing, as far as I know. I have not received anything.
Did you get a ticket?
No.
Did somebody come out there and look at your property?
As far as I know, no.
Did you know about his complaint?
Yes, I have.
Well, how did you know about his complaint?
Well, I was washing the car one day, and the water ran to his driveway.
Right.
So that's the first time I heard his complaint about it.
Well, what did you do after he complained to you that all of this schmutz was ending up on his property? What did you do?
Well, I don't wash every day, so I didn't,
You didn't change the way you did business?
No, I was just washing the car only. And I don't do it maybe once a month.
He's not talking about washing cars. He's talking about salvaging cars.
I don't salvage cars.
You don't take cars apart?
No. If I do anything, it's in the garage. I do not have a permit.
I'm not sure whether I believe that. All right. Tell me what happened, Mr. Liebert.
Yes, ma'am. I was in the backyard, and I heard my dad yelling, and I come out to see what he was yelling about, and he said the neighbor swerved his car towards him when he was walking up the hill. And I came out there, and the neighbor, Mr. Bowen, come running up the hill, and we started yelling back and forth. And then once he started yelling back and forth, I told him I didn't want no problems, and he spit in my face. So I took him to the ground.
How did you do that?
Just wrestled him to the ground. Then I let him back up. He gets in my face again, and he goes and, motions to swing at me. I took him to the ground again, and I started hitting him. I hit him about 6 times.
So, according to you, he spit at you first.
Yes, ma'am.
You took him down to the ground.
Yes, ma'am.
He got up.
Yeah.
He again got in your face, which means he didn't hit you, but he got in your face yelling. You took him down again and started to hit him and hit him at least 6 times.
Yes, ma'am.
And then what happened?
Well, when the first time I took him down, my glasses slid off, and I never recovered them. Then I let him up again. I backed off. He tries kicking me again.
No, you didn't say
he tries kicking me.
You didn't tell me that before, sir.
No,
all you did was say he got in your face.
He tries kicking me. And I grab his foot, and he dropped to the ground again. I stood back. He picks up a rock and throws it at my father that was looking for my glasses.
So he threw a rock after you would hit him 6 times?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, and then
Where did you hit him, by the way?
I don't know, probably maybe the face.
And when you hit him with your fist?
Yes, ma'am.
So then he got up and he threw a rock?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Meanwhile, I was looking for my glasses. He kept on throwing rocks. One bounce hit me in the shin, and then one hit me directly in the rib cage.
And that's the assault that you're talking about?
Yes, ma'am.
I'd like you to tell me your version of these events, Mr. Bowen.
On the date of August 29th, I was coming home from work approximately about 4:30 p.m. and I noticed Mr. Liebert, he was walking up the road in the middle of the road, and the road in question is very narrow. There was nowhere for me to go either side of the road, and when I seen him, I was pretty close. As I observed him, he bent over and picked up what I thought to be a rock. So I didn't have no choice but to stop, so I hit my brakes, and as I stopped, Mr. Liebert come rushing up to my door with a rock in his hand. I didn't know what to do, so I started to open the door. He ran up and pushed my door shut, and when he pushed it shut, he fell down. I then pushed my door open and got out. Still not knowing what to do, he had a rock in his hand, was getting up, so I picked me up a rock. I said, hey, what's the problem? I'm just got home from work, what is your problem? You know, and he'd been saying he's gonna get me for all these things I've been turning him in for. And he's just, yeah, I'm tired of you yelling. I can't even tell you all what he was yelling at me. So we had our altercations. My sister and my
What do you mean you had your altercations? What does that mean?
We were arguing back and forth.
Just verbally?
After it was over, he walked back up on his property, continued to throw rocks. I said, I had enough of this. I said, Suze, which my sister was standing right there, I said, Suze, I will be back up to talk to you because we were leaving to go to Flintstone Park to take my girlfriend and her 2 kids on vacation to see Flintstones. So, I'm sorry, so I got down there, I walked back up the hill to talk to my sister. When I got back up there, Mr. Liebert come out, and as he come down, he was yelling at me what my problem was. He spit from about 10 or 15 feet away, hit me right in the face, so I took my glasses off, and I no sooner got my glasses off and he rushed me. He grabbed me by the arm, pushed me straight back down the hill and fell on top of me. At this point, there was nothing I could do. My arms were trapped underneath me. The only thing was left was my arm on the side. I thought he was getting in a lot of punches. As Ada and all the other witnesses said, he was on top of me and is kicking me in the head and the ribs. And well, at that point, my girlfriend come up, jumped on his back, started punching him in the back. Denise came up with the cell phone, started hitting him on the head. That inadvertently called my sister, which she heard all the commotion. She called the cops. That's how the cops got called. Then after that, they let me up. When I got up, Mr. Liebert was attempting to hit me with a rock, so I run out into the field to get away from him. And when I got out in the field, he chased me, pulled my shirt down over my head, and as I was trying to fight him, I fell down, and Miss Junior come running up and kicked me again in the ribs as I was on the ground. I got up, and the altercation pretty much ended after that.
Okay. Now, I understand from your complaint that you have a videotape of this incident. Is that right?
Yes.
I'd like to see it.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Hi! I'm in my yard. Hi, go!
That's you hitting him pretty good, sir.
Yes.
Crankhead, that's right. Crankhead. Hope you guys like to get sued.
That's the dumbest thing I ever heard.
And later today,
Your husband went to shoot some of your neighbor's dogs with a BB gun.
Before that, he came back into the house and got a real gun and pointed it at the neighbors.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Mark Liebert says neighbor David Bowen assaulted him during an argument. David says Mark started the fight.
Let's start it from the top, please, Bird. Now, you're in the red shirt, is that right?
Yep.
All right, it's getting camcorded! Camcorded!
No.
Dude, you need to get off.
Who is that?
Whatever. Yeah.
Who is that?
His
friend of my
sister's friend.
sister's.
That's you hitting him pretty good, sir.
Yes.
That's you
I got
punching
about
him
6
pretty
hits.
good.
I got about 6 hits on him.
Where's your gun at now, Dave?
See, I let him up. There's my glasses right there. The little girl's got my glasses again.
Who cares?
Okay.
Here we go, watch.
Yeah, you f***ers. Stay off each other. Get out of my yard. You want to get out of my yard throwing rocks at my husband?
This ain't your yard.
Yeah, it is. That's my driveway. My driveway. My driveway. You're the incest. Quit your sister. Y'all her. Crankhead. Crankhead. That's right. Crankhead. That's all you do is your brother's cousin and sister. Okay, I'm not talking about your family, you freaks. We're done when I say we're done. Whatever, freak. That's what freak. Freak. Crankhead. And we you guys are crank. Whatever. Whatever. Call me whatever you want. Yeah. Don't let you drive. Yeah, that's all right. I know where you live. That's all right. You're shaking right now, too. Whatever. Hope you guys like to get sued.
That's bad. That is bad. A lot of it was not necessary. Yes.
Absolutely right. Most of it was unnecessary.
Yes,
You
ma'am.
both acted very badly that day, don't you think so?
Yes, ma'am.
So why are you here? Why are you getting me involved in this? Why are you getting the judicial system involved in your bad behavior?
I would like to get my doctor bills paid for and my glasses.
I would like to be 5'6". God didn't do that for me. Why are you encumbering a judicial system with nonsense where you have two neighbors who each individually acted badly, whose wives and sisters and friends all acted inappropriately, instead of sitting down and saying, boy, I acted like a real jerk, and I don't want anybody to view a tape of my acting like an idiot. My wife acting, it was your wife who was
Yes.
videotaping that, acting like a lowlife, gutter snipe, speaking like a gangster. Why would I want to share that with anybody else? I want to keep that private because I'm so humiliated by the way my family behaved that day. Instead, you decide to come to court to sue for your medical bills. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. Certain things we do in private.
Yes, ma'am.
We go to the bathroom in private. Please. We make love in private. Right? We have family squabbles in private. But if you behave badly and your family behaved badly, it's something that you don't want to expose to the rest of the world. You want to say it's a bad episode, I'm going to learn something from it, put a period at the end of it, right? Not expose myself and my family to worldwide scrutiny. You think that people looking at this tape think that you're a nice family?
No.
Think that she's a nice person?
No.
Listen to me, sir. You behave badly. And if you're going to have to live next to each other, then you have to do the right thing. So the first thing you have to do is not do anything on your property that interferes with the enjoyment that somebody else has of their property. And if you're washing cars on your property, and if because of the way the terrain is, it accumulates dirt and smudge and oil and other schmutz on his property, you have to find somewhere else to wash your cars.
Yes, Your Honor.
And if you're going to be a reasonable neighbor, that's what you do. And if you don't, and if you want to continue to have negative interactions with your neighbor so that you and your wife and your father act inappropriately, that's what's going to happen. Don't expect the justice system to support you. We have other more important things to do than support bad behavior. And if you have a problem, then what I suggest you do is you report him to the appropriate authorities, and eventually they will come out and they'll do whatever is necessary, but you don't act like a hooligan. So I say to both of you, both your cases are dismissed. Your claim and your counterclaim. Act like adults, responsible adults. That's all. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I pretty much got this whooped out of me.
We acted inappropriately.
I'm just going to have to do what I have to do, live with them.
We got to get along.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of LeBron versus Patberg, step forward, please.
Receptionist Peggy LeBron is suing former friend, mechanical engineer Greg Patberg, for walking through a plate glass window in her home. Peggy says Greg was drunk on vodka.
This case is really sort of interesting. Miss LeBron, your husband was arrested.
Yes.
Because he went to shoot some of your neighbor's dogs with a BB gun.
Correct.
And as the police were taking him away, he told you to go and get the defendant, who was a bail bondsman.
Well, before that, Your Honor, he came back into the house. He got into an altercation with the neighbors because they saw him shooting at their dog. He came back into the house and got a real gun and pointed it at the neighbors.
Oh, so this time he pointed a real gun.
Correct.
Bottom line is, as the police were taking him away, he told you to go get the defendant, who was a bail bondsman.
No, he knows bail bondsman.
Or he knows bail bondsman. So what did you do? Where did you go to get him?
He lived right around the corner from our house.
So according to you, you went and you got him and you invited him over to your house.
Correct.
And he sat there all day drinking vodka and orange juice. And he got drunk and proceeded to break a plate glass door in your house. And you want him to pay for the door.
Yes,
That's
ma'am.
what this case is about. Do you understand?
I heard it. I just don't.
All right. Now, Miss LeBron, I have a couple of questions for you. They take your husband away, you go around the corner, and you get Mr. Patberg. And what do you say to him?
I said that my husband was just arrested and that he wanted me to come get him because he knows bail bondsman.
And he said, okay, I'll come to your house?
Correct.
Now, did he come back to the house with you?
Yes.
What time of the day or evening was this?
It was early in the morning.
Now, when he got there, what did he say to you?
He called a bail bondsman.
And did he make arrangements?
Well, they had to wait until my husband was processed.
Now, where did he get this vodka from?
I don't remember exactly where he got it that day.
I'm talking about that day. That's the day that he...
He always drinks vodka.
No, I understand. I don't understand that he always drinks vodka. I'm talking about that day. That's the day when he broke the door. You say he sat in your house all day.
Mm-hmm.
Until what time?
Until after my husband was brought back to the house later that night.
So he was drinking all day?
Correct.
Whose vodka was he drinking?
His own. I don't drink vodka.
So he brought the bottle with him?
He would have had to have.
Where'd you get the vodka from?
I believe we went out later in the day and purchased it.
What do you mean you believe?
Well...
Shh! What do you mean you believe? You got drunk. That was clear. That's what she says. That's what you say.
Yes, that's correct.
And you were drinking all day?
No, I was not drinking all day.
A part of the day?
A part of the day.
Where did you get the vodka from, is my question.
From the liquor store.
Where was the liquor store?
Well, less than a mile away.
How did you get there?
Peggy gave me a ride.
Did you give him a ride to the liquor store?
I could have. I have before.
Were you drinking too?
Not vodka.
I don't care what you were drinking. Were you drinking too?
Beer.
So you don't remember whether you gave him a ride to the store? You could have.
I could have.
Let's say you did. Miss LeBron, you allowed him to get drunk in your house. What do you want from me? Should have said, take your vodka and go home. You're lucky he's not suing you for almost killing himself going through your plate glass door. This is a very easy lesson. If you allow someone to become inebriated in your house, and in this case, you don't even remember because you were probably so looped yourself you don't even remember getting in your car and taking him to the liquor store. But if you permit him to get so drunk in your house that he staggers through a plate glass door, you are responsible. Totally responsible. You're not supposed to furnish a place where somebody can get so intoxicated that they can hurt themselves, certainly not cause damage to your place. They cause damage to your place. You pay for it. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Now, this is case number 406 on the calendar in the matter of Coles versus Plunkett. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Ma'am, have a seat.
Miss Coles, how old are you?
19 years old.
Do you work?
Not at this time, I don't.
What do you do?
I was a student. I'm not doing anything right now.
Who do you live with?
My mother.
How do you know them?
I know Kunta Plunkett. I met him at a bar in the casino.
What's his first name?
Kunta.
Who is that?
That's me.
How old are you?
25.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a millwright.
What does that mean?
It's like a machinist.
You get paid a weekly salary?
Yes.
What's your salary?
About $700.
And what do you do for a living?
Construction worker.
You his brother?
Yes.
How old are you?
28 years old.
How did you meet her?
We met at the casino last year.
Did you go out with her?
Yeah.
How long?
About 7 months.
Did you go out with her exclusively?
Yeah.
So you didn't see anybody else?
I did not, no.
Okay. Now, Ms. Coles, it's your claim that these two gentlemen scammed you out of almost $4,000. And I want you to tell me how that happened.
Okay, it came about that he asked me one day.
Who's he?
Kunta asked me if I had a checking account.
I want you to look at me when you speak. If you had a checking account.
If I had a checking account. And I told him yes. And then he said he knew a way that I can get free stuff. And he told me how it was done.
Well, why don't you explain to me what he said to you?
He said that...
I want you to look at me when you're explaining this.
I am. He said that we could get free stuff by me writing my name in different signatures on checks, take them to the stores, write the checks.
What do you mean he told you write your name differently on the checks?
Like write your name on the checks differently.
So that you can then later say that it wasn't your signature?
Yes. Go to the bank after the checks went through.
Just a minute.
I'm sorry.
Okay. What were you going to tell them at the bank?
Let the bank contact me after the checks went through. And when the bank contacted me, let them know that I didn't write the checks. And he made it sound real good.
You mean like it was a good way of...
Like the bank would pay for everything. I wouldn't pay for anything. I was stupid. I mean...
Stupid? You knew that it was wrong. You knew it was wrong.
Not yes.
What do you mean not yes? What does that mean, not yes?
I mean, yes, I knew it was wrong, but I guess I wasn't thinking at the time, Your Honor.
Well, you better start thinking.
I did, right after it was too late.
So you went shopping with the two of them?
Yes, he asked me to buy some stuff for his brother, Arthur. His brother would pay me back.
No, he didn't.
Yes, ma'am, yes.
No, did you write checks for Arthur stuff?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, if you wrote checks for Arthur stuff, it was your intention, Miss Coles, that the bank was paying.
But he told me he would pay me. No, he did.
Miss Coles,
okay.
Let me make this clear to you. Already you told me that you were a thief. Shh, please, this is not funny. Already you explained to me in detail why you were a thief. I don't want you to be a liar, too.
I'm not.
Because listen to me carefully. What you just told me, Miss Coles, was that you went along with a scheme to defraud the bank by writing your signature in different ways so that later you could disclaim that you ever wrote those checks, so that the bank would think that somebody got a hold of your checks.
Yes, ma'am.
And forged your signature so that he wasn't going to pay you back for the stuff because you weren't going to pay for the stuff to begin with. The bank was going to pay for it.
But, Your Honor, they told me he would pay me. He said he would give me something. And after it was done that weekend, I realized that what I did was wrong. And I went to the bank. I called an attorney. I told her everything that happened. And she advised me to go to my bank and talk to my bank manager. That's exactly what I did. And I stopped myself from getting in any more trouble. And I paid $3,363 of it off, and I'm still paying for it. And all I want is for them to pay for the merchandise that they have. I want them to take responsibility of what they did.
What they did was make a fool out of you.
Yes.
According to you, what they did was make a fool out of you, but you were a thief. You were a forger.
But I don't have a background of thief. I'm just a college student. I mean, I was doing good. I just want to go back to school and get my education. I don't have a background of stealing at all.
You did?
Yes, I did. And I learned my lesson. I just
all right,
now
back. Let me hear from you, the Plunkett boys.
You want to talk first? Who you want to talk to first?
Whoever feels like talking to me.
Okay, well, first of all, her case is crazy. Well, she's crazy. But that weekend, she had told me she had cheated on me, and then I was like, well, I don't know about if I want to be with her or not. So I think that Friday, we ended up going shopping. She didn't say nothing about...
I don't want to hear from you now. And?
And, you know, prior to that, I was...
Take a look at my eyes when we're speaking. Put your papers down.
I'm sorry.
Did you ever have a discussion with her, Mr. Plunkett, with regard to using various signatures on checks in order to defraud a bank?
No.
You think she made that up all by herself?
She must have. She's crazy.
No. Well, you were with her for 7 months, sir. When did you decide she was crazy?
Well, she looked up my criminal record. She was...
Was there a lot to look up, Mr. Plunkett?
I mean...
Please!
It doesn't matter.
No, it does. It matters.
That's my stuff.
Mr. Plunkett, pay careful attention to my questions.
Yeah.
You had been arrested previously in what year?
92.
For what?
Drug selling.
Was that the first time, Mr. Plunkett, that you were arrested?
Yeah.
Shh, quiet.
No.
let's take from 1996, Mr. Plunkett, forward. How many arrests do you have after 1996?
I had several. I mean, I really can't tell you. It was like minor stuff, driving on suspension and
No,
stuff
I'm
like
not
that.
talking about driving with a suspended license. I'm talking about other things.
Felonies?
Felonies or misdemeanors?
That drug charge is probably the only felony that I had on there.
May I say something? I have
Just
a copy.
You have a copy of this
Yes,
arrest
ma'am.
record? Maybe it'll refresh his recollection. Can I see it, please?
Yes, ma'am.
That's how crazy she is.
I have pulled a copy.
That's not crazy.
I have both of theirs, Your Honor.
I'd like to take a look at that.
Okay.
Make it much easier for me. Oh, it's almost a novel.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I don't like you, Mr. Plunkett. The fact that you are not a nice person, the fact that you have absolutely no moral fiber, the fact that evidently it runs in the family because you got a brother who suffers from the same affliction. Total losers.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Serena Cole says her ex-boyfriend, Kunta Kinte Plunkett, and his brother, Arthur, conned her out of thousands. Serena says the brothers were using her to run a bad check scam.
What were the arrests for false information, Arthur?
Giving the wrong name or something.
Or something.
I don't deny nothing, you know. I know I'm not an angel. I don't deny.
Sure aren't an angel, sir.
You know, I don't deny me having a history or whatever. I don't know the plaintiff.
Why, if you don't really know her, sir, why would you let her purchase things for you?
Well, things that I received from the plaintiff, I was under the intention that it came from my brother as a housewarming gift. I had just purchased a house. I didn't ask
What did you purchase for Arthur?
It's right here, ma'am.
Let me see what you purchased for Arthur.
It's both of theirs.
I want to see what you purchased for Arthur.
For me, she purchased a table and a mattress set from the Salvation Army.
You just said to me 2 moments ago she didn't purchase anything from me. Anything that I got from my brother.
Yeah.
Now you say to me she purchased mattresses and a table for you. Were you with her when she purchased it?
Yeah, we were together.
Yes.
My mother was with me also, and
I didn't ask whether your mother was there. I said, were you there with her when she purchased it?
yes.
So then you knew it didn't come from your brother.
No, I was under the intention that it did come from my brother.
I don't know what you mean you were under the intention. I have no idea what that means. Does that mean you were under the impression?
I was under the impression.
That's
Right.
better.
Exactly. When I just purchased the house, I didn't have a bed. And me and my brother had discussed I was needing a bed. He said, well, okay, I know where you can get a cheap bed. It may be used, but it's something for you to sleep on.
Yeah.
And so I'm the only one that had a truck, and she needed a ride. He was there with me also. And so he picked out the bed. It was just a used Salvation Army bed.
Who paid for it?
Serena.
Look 'em.
Yeah. Serena.
Why would she do that for you?
Because she was my brother's woman. Ex-woman.
So before you were mistaken, Arthur, when you said that anything that you got came from your brother, you actually were with her when she bought you a bed and a table.
Yes.
Yeah,
Is that right?
Yeah, we were all together.
No, we were not.
Can't you just say yes?
Yes.
So you were together and she purchased it. Now you're telling me she purchased it for you because she's your brother's woman.
Yes.
So you know that she's your brother's woman.
Yes.
You know her well?
Yeah, I seen her at my brother's house. And
Have you ever been to her house?
yeah, I've been to her house.
So you know a little bit about her.
Fairly.
What does she do for a living?
She was a student, and
She was a student.
yeah, and
Right.
she
was a student.
Yeah, and some odd jobs or telemarketing, whatever she done.
And she lived at home, is that right?
Yes.
You're in construction. Where do you think she got the money to buy you a mattress?
According from what I heard, they were going to buy a truck, and it was his money included with hers.
For what you heard from whom?
From my brother. I just heard them talking about it. So I'm under this assumption that their money were together.
So why wouldn't your brother write a check out of his checking account?
Probably because the truck didn't go through. I guess he was getting his money out of it.
You think that your brother, who's got an arrest record as long as Bird's arm, is going to take the money that he earns as being a machinist and give it to this 19-year-old to put in her bank account so that she could write checks? Is that what you think?
Yes.
He's going to take his money and give it to her? Because he's just a good guy.
I thought they were purchasing a vehicle together.
So you think that your brother took the money that he was earning and gave it to her and said, honey, I want you to put this money in your checking account that's only in your name. Look at him. He can't even. He said, "Me, I'm not that stupid." Huh? But you think he's that stupid.
Well,
What I want to know is, you think your brother is that stupid? Because he doesn't think he's that stupid.
Right. I don't go to the store and say, "Hey, let me see your checks," or "Let me see whose name is on it."
That's not what I'm asking you, sir.
Yeah.
You're not following what I'm asking you, Arthur.
Yeah, I never knew whose name
I'm
was on it.
asking you whether you think your brother is that stupid that he would take his money and give it to her and say, you put it in the bank in an account in your name.
No, I don't think he would give you something for just her name.
That's what I want. So he wouldn't be that stupid.
Right, he wouldn't.
Okay.
Right.
So if he's not that stupid, then he would have a joint checking account
Yeah,
with her, right?
Something joint.
So that when you went to the mattress place, he would have written a check.
Possible.
But he didn't.
Not that store.
Not that store. Where did he write a check
But
for you?
see,
sir?
the salvation-
Arthur, in what store did your brother write the check?
He has a checking card, a check card.
Debit card.
Debit cards.
In what store did he use his debit card for you?
For himself, I've seen him use it on gas. I've seen him use it on.
She talking about this.
Well, this incident, he doesn't have a habit of just going out buying things for me. It's just that
Arthur,
that case.
Arthur, your primary language is English, is it not?
Yes.
I am going to ask you the question again, because sometimes it takes you a couple of minutes to get it. On the day when you went shopping with the plaintiff and your brother to get stuff for your house, in what store did your brother use his debit card for you?
For me, none.
That's an answer, Arthur. You see how easy that is?
Yeah.
Now, you would like me to believe, sir, that these were gifts that she purchased for you because you found out, according to you, that she had cheated on you. God forbid, because you've never cheated on her, right? And she wanted to make that up to you by going out and spending thousands of dollars in this scheme that she concocted all by herself, because she's that smart, right?
Evidently.
Where's all this stuff?
The stuff she purchased after finding this out, the total of mine came to about $200. I don't know where $1,500.
Shh. Okay, so it came to $200. So what'd you do?
I still got the bed and the table.
Did you give her back the money?
No, I didn't. It was a gift. I wasn't supposed to.
Well, then you found out that she had had this elaborate scheme. Let's say it was her scheme. And she went to the bank immediately and she said, listen, I don't want to get into any more trouble.
Yeah.
So why didn't you just give back the stuff?
Well, I talked to her lawyer, and first it was like $1,200. Then it's just been going up, you know. So from there, I seen myself getting deeper and deeper, and I called my lawyers, and they told me if she doesn't have contract, if she doesn't have it on paper, deal with that.
And what'd you do with all the stuff she got for you?
Well, I got it. She brought me this shirt. She brought me these shoes. I mean, she brought my kids some stuff. I mean, she gave it to me as a gift. I mean, what I'm supposed to do with it? I ain't giving it back.
When was the last time you were arrested?
Probably about 98. Maybe longer than that.
No, you're right, 98. You're more recent than that.
Yes. Never been involved with no check cashing, schemes.
No, crack, cocaine, robbery, firearms, knuckles, brass knuckles, possession by a convicted felon, filing false information, controlled substance.
All before the age I was 18?
No. You were arrested in 2002 on the charge of assault.
Yeah.
And how old? You told me you were 28, is that right?
Yes. That's domestic violence.
I mean, that doesn't count.
Yeah, of course.
Miss Coles?
Yes.
I've had a rather enjoyable time with these two. I will tell you that. They are two total losers.
I know that. I understand that. Now.
Total losers.
Yeah, right.
Will always be.
Yes.
And there isn't much of a question in my mind that I believe that this whole scheme was probably Sir Lancelot's idea.
Yes, it was, Your Honor.
Miss Coles, they're not going to pay a penny. You did it.
But they have the merchandise, Your Honor. I just want them to pay for the merchandise that they have. I have learned my... I learned my lesson.
Good.
I'm paying for...
Good. I'm glad you learned your lesson.
And I just want them to pay for what they have, Your Honor. I don't want them...
But for you, they wouldn't have anything, madam.
Thank you.
But I have a letter from my lawyer stating that they said they would reimburse me, Your Honor.
Let me take a look at the letter. Let me see what the letter says.
Is my signature on that letter?
What?
Is my signature going to be on that letter? I don't think it is.
Close your mouth. I don't like you, Mr. Plunkett. The fact that I'm teaching her a lesson, you're a loser. Your brother's a loser.
Thank you.
That doesn't necessarily mean she has to be a loser forever. She's 19 years old. But for the fact that she embarked on a scheme to defraud the bank by herself, she wouldn't be in this pickle. She didn't have to listen to you. Somebody says to you, jump off the Brooklyn Bridge, and let's see how it feels. They do it, then they're stupid. You're not responsible, she's responsible. The fact that you are not a nice person, the fact that you have absolutely no moral fiber, the fact that evidently it runs in the family because you got a brother who suffers from the same affliction, that's not something the law can deal with. Where's the letter?
I left it in my case.
Well, I'm
sorry.
It really doesn't make any difference.
Oh, my goodness.
It's a very tough lesson, Miss Coles. By the way, when you came home, you told somebody about what you had done?
Yes.
Who did you tell?
My sister.
And your sister said, you're going to go to jail. You better take care of this. Is that what happened?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, right.
And I did take care of it. I was working 4 jobs to get out of this. And I just want them to pay for some of it. I mean, that
would be the right moral thing for them to do, to pay for some of it. That would be the right moral thing for them to do. They are amoral people.
I just want them to
They are without morals, Miss Cole. And you should have known that because you're not a stupid girl. Somebody tells you to fake your signature so that the bank is going to pay out money, and then you're not going to have to pay because you're going to fill out an affidavit that says that's not my signature, when in fact it was your signature. My 10-year-old grandson would know that that's fraud. What do you want from the courts? You cannot come into a civil court and say, I want what's right to happen, because in order to do that, you have to come in with what they call in the law clean hands. You have to come in and say, I did nothing wrong. They did something wrong. I have clean hands. They have dirty hands. Somebody who doesn't come into court with clean hands cannot ask the court for help. Do you understand that? If you don't understand, I've just explained it to you. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Yeah, this is case number 357 on the calendar in the matter of D'Amico versus Aquino. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Mrs. D'Amico, the defendant is your former husband, and this must be one of your children.
This is my son, Brandon.
According to your complaint, your son, Brandon, was living with his father for a period of time, then came back to live with you.
Exactly.
It is your claim, one, that his father refuses to return some of his personal property, and two, that Brandon received some sort of a Social Security check, and that his father kept some of that money after he had returned to your home. Is that right?
That's true, Your Honor.
Mr. Aquino says that the things that were purchased for his son are in his home. He can come and use them whenever he wants to use them, and that he had some sort of an arrangement with his son to pay for some of that stuff, and he didn't pay for them, so Mr. Aquino kept some of his money.
Correct, Your Honor.
Okay. When were you divorced?
In 92, August.
How many children do you have?
3 children.
Give me their names and ages, please.
I have Nicolina, who's going to be 20, Eric, who's going to be 19 in December, and Brendan, who's 16.
Okay. When you were divorced in 1992, the children were living with whom?
With me.
For how long?
Since that time, Your Honor, I had physical custody of the children.
At this time, am I correct, according to you, that 2 of the children are living with you?
Yes, Your Honor. And the date of divorce was 93 of July. The date was incorrect.
Okay, well, I have the papers here, and it's part of the file. Regardless.
Doesn't make any difference.
Okay.
Are 2 of the children currently living with you?
Eric and Brendan. Brendan left the home.
No, listen to me.
Yes.
You're not following my question. You're not receiving, you're thinking about an answer. Are 2 of the children currently living in your home?
1 of the children are currently living in the home.
Who?
Eric.
Where is your daughter?
Nicolina had left, and I don't know where she went.
Your Honor.
Is Nicolina living with you?
Well, on and off, Your Honor. She's 20 years old. She's liberated. She goes back and forth.
But she was for a period of time living with her father?
Yes, until he threw her out.
Okay. Stop playing with your papers.
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor.
Just a second. I ask questions, you answer them, then I make a decision. That's the way we go here. It's comfortable for me.
Okay.
I'm used to routine. All right. Now, when did Brendan go and live with his father?
The end of June 2001.
And when did he return to your house?
June 2002.
Why did he leave your house?
He had an argument with me. At the time, I was imposing a curfew.
He had an argument with you.
Right.
Went to his father. What kind of Social Security check does Brendan get?
Well, the father receives Social Security disability, and Brendan gets a stipend from the government based on Darren's record.
What's the nature of your disability? Is it a physiological disability
it's
or
physical,
a psych?
Yeah, it's
or
a multiple physical, Your Honor.
Multiple physical?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been on disability?
Since 1987.
Okay. What things do you claim that are in your former husband's house that belongs to your son?
Main items were TV, VCR,
Just a minute.
PlayStation.
TV, VCR, what else?
Several electronic games, all his clothing, all his shoes, which I have a list of, Your Honor, right here.
But there was a TV, was a VCR, and was a PlayStation that you took to your father's house?
Yes.
And are they still at your father's house?
Correct.
Why?
Why? Well, Your Honor, he left that house in a very bad way. He was thrown out at 4:30 in the morning by her. We had to go pick him up. He didn't speak with her for 6 months.
Mr. Aquino, listen to me carefully, sir. Are there any items that you have in your home that you personally purchased for your son after June of 2001 when he was living with you?
Oh, sure.
What?
I have PlayStation 2, is it?
Just a second. PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
What else?
Xbox.
Xbox. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Go ahead.
Clothes from Old Navy.
Okay.
That are still brand new in the packages.
Exactly.
Listen to me.
Yes.
5 days from today's date, all of his property, so far with the extension of PlayStation 2 and Xbox, are to be quiet, are to be packed in a box. That all, quiet, that all goes back to your son. Now, I will give you 30 seconds to convince me that that is not going to happen.
Okay, Your Honor, there is lots of complications at that household. Many of the children have had abusive treatment by the mother.
I don't care. Mr. Aquino,
Your Honor.
pay careful attention, sir. Your son is 16 years old.
That is correct.
Which means he is still a minor.
That is correct.
Should you wish to contest custody
I am
of your
doing so.
child, you're not receiving, you're speaking.
Yes, Your Honor.
Should you wish to contest custody of your child, you go to the appropriate family court. They will conduct a hearing with regard to whether or not he gets to stay where he wants to stay at age 16, whether it's not in his best interest to be with his mother. In the meantime, all of his property that he came to you with goes back to him. Keep going. I don't want to hear about abuse. I don't want to hear about
Your
neglect.
Honor, Your Honor, right now as we speak, an attorney is filing a document in Nassau County Family Court to restore him back to a stable lifestyle, which I set up for him. He did not go back to her in June. He went in August to visit. She's misinforming you. She's also filed other documents that are falsified, which I would like this court to consider that she made fraudulent statements to the Family Court of Queens.
Mr. Aquino, I want you to pay attention to me.
Yes, Your Honor.
I sat in the family court, the state of New York, the city of New York for many, many years, Mr.
I know.
Aquino.
That's why I was confident
So I'm
here today.
telling you, and I'm going to tell it to you, for the moment at least, without your son here. Wait outside. Wait outside. Fast! Fast! I have things to do.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He doesn't control the money. It goes to the person who is providing him with
Which
food.
was me.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes, he lived with me.
Mr. Aquino, he didn't live with you in September.
But he'll return very soon.
I doubt it.
I don't.
doubt it.
I doubt it.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Deborah D'Amico says ex-husband Darren Aquino won't return their son's belongings. Deborah also claims Darren has been withholding money from their son.
Now, one of the problems when you deal with 16-year-olds is they're very mobile. They get to go where they want to go.
Yes.
Usually when a child is over the age of 12, a family court judge in hearing a petition for custody is going to make a determination that, yes, it may be true that you present the more stable home for this child. However, if he says to the judge, there's no way that I want to go and stay with my father. I want to stay with my mother for whatever reason. And the judge is going to say, listen, what am I going to do? He's 16 years old. He can get on a bus. He can get on a train. He can take off. Where am I going to put him? So before you spend a whole bunch of money, you might be as well served if you got into some family counseling with him to try to resolve some of whatever problems exist, because sometimes it's an exercise in futility to try to tell a 16-year-old where to live.
I understand
Not going to
that,
happen.
Your Honor.
In the meantime, it doesn't serve you well to keep this stuff as sort of ransom, because it makes your son angry with you.
Yes, Your
It's
Honor.
not a good idea. Forget about his mother. I don't know if she's good or bad, or a good mother or a bad mother, a psycho or not. I don't know. All I'm telling you is you have a child
Absolutely.
who right now is mad at you because you have his TV, you have his Nintendo, you have his PlayStation, all stupid things, but he's angry with you for that. And if you want to open a dialogue, you're smarter not to be stubborn and say, here, you want it? These are just things. All right, now I'm going to let you speak.
Your Honor, the reason I kept those things is because it was not settled that he's there. In my fight to get him back, because of the complications with the new fella in her life, now her husband, Brendan showed to myself and to my future wife these dissatisfactions and expressed to her more than me, because he bonded with her as a second mother figure, which is good. It's good, okay? My concern is that these things that she shows him with the counseling, Your Honor, I've suggested that she would interfere.
Your Honor.
She told Judge
He's a liar.
of the family
He
court,
is a liar.
who you probably know. He got up. I've never seen a judge get up in rage with veins popping, yelling at her to shut up, that he makes the rules.
That is not
She
true.
interferes.
This man has
My
taken me to
interest.
court in 20 years.
Your
Your
Honor.
Honor, I must say this because I've
She's
been
cutting me
carrying it
off
for
as
20
usual.
years. This man has made false allegations, has used the judicial system to work for his benefit. He makes
You're right.
people lie for him. I am an upright citizen, a good mother. I've been taking care of my children
You
since
filed a
I'm
document
divorced.
forgery
And
in
I
the
have been
Supreme Court.
supporting them since. The man doesn't even pay child support.
Not
He
supposed
is a
to. We have an
loser,
obligation
Your
not
Honor.
to do that.
And the man is making up
Because of
lies here, and
fraud.
he's telling you this like it's so, and it's not true.
Mr. Miko, what I'm telling you is, if you listen, I said, I don't care any of the stuff he's giving me. I'm telling him he's got to return the stuff.
I am so glad you did that.
Period.
I am so
End of discussion.
honored.
Because, Mr. Aquino, it's not the right thing to do
Yes, Your Honor.
to further alienate your 16-year-old by keeping property that he deems his. Now, let's move on. That's finished. Let's move on to the second part of it, which is $391 a month. I am assuming, because I'm not going into this,
That was a recent increase, Your Honor.
whatever it is, you acknowledge that you kept some of his money because you say the last insurance benefit I received, it's not insurance,
No.
Mr. Aquino,
It's
it's my money. It's Bird's money that we pay to support you because you're disabled.
No, it's my money that I paid into the fund.
How old were you in 1987?
28, I think.
28? And you've been collecting now for 15 years. So you've been collecting more than you worked, and you're going to collect for another 20 or 30 years. Believe me, it's not your money you put into the fund, it's Bird's money.
Thank you.
You say thank you.
So
You misused their
Mr.
money.
Aquino,
Yes,
pay
Your
attention
Honor.
to me. Believe me, I've been around the block longer than you have, Mr. Aquino.
Yes, Your Honor.
Trust me. So it's not insurance money.
No, ma'am.
It's
not.
Bird's money that went to your son that you kept, and you kept at a time when he wasn't living with you because you
Not
acknowledge
so.
that.
Not so, Your
No,
Honor.
no, that's what you
no,
said.
No.
That's
He
what you
took
said.
it in advance, Your Honor, to buy those sets. He says, Dad, can I have this money to buy the box? And
Just a
August
sec.
check?
Shh. I want you to be quiet. I got you now. Let me see. So what you're saying is he took... Quiet, Mr. Aquino.
I can't tell you if I'm quiet.
Mr. Aquino, what you're saying to me, sir, is that your son took an advance on his Social Security disability payment.
My Social Security disability
His.
payment. His beneficiary payment.
Bird's money. So that he could buy a PlayStation 2 and other electronic games.
And the cassette.
Wrong. Wrong. Absolutely wrong. Listen to me, sir. If you, as his parent, choose to purchase electronic games for him, you don't make the choice unless it's out of your money. Now, if he's living with you, and because you say, well, you're going to
He
get
was
a check
living
next. Mr. Aquino, I'm 10 steps ahead of you, sir. Because there may be something physiologically wrong with you, but there's nothing psychologically wrong with you,
That is
except you're a little
correct.
bit of a hustler. And when you say to me, quiet, and when you say to me he took an advance so that after he moved out I kept that money, I'm telling you that that's a hustle. Now, he moved out according to you in August.
That's correct.
According to his mother in June, according to you in August. Did you keep August's benefit?
August's benefit went to her.
Your Honor, I got copies of the 2 checks
Can I
that
see
I
it,
got.
please?
I got statements to Social Security, too, of the misuse
These
of the funds
are
that
the 2 checks
she's had.
that I did receive since Brendan has been back with me.
Brendan has never received any use of his money while in Deborah's care.
Just a second. He's not supposed to get the money, Mr.
It's for the
Aquino.
parent to use.
It's not for the parent to use.
Quiet. Quiet. He is not supposed to get the money, Mr. Aquino.
At an age.
He's not supposed to get the...
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
He's not supposed to get the money, Mr. Aquino, until he reaches his majority. At 16, he is still a minor, which is why you can go to the family court to try to get custody of him, because he's still a minor. He doesn't control the money. It goes to the person who is providing him with
Which
food.
was me.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
No.
Yes. He lived with me. What do you mean? He lived with us.
Mr. Aquino, he didn't live with you in September. He didn't live with you in August.
Of what year?
2002.
No, he did not. But he'll return very soon.
I doubt it.
I don't.
doubt it.
I doubt
doubt
it.
I doubt it.
When they see the fraud that she committed in the courts,
I doubt it.
I don't doubt it. You filed a false
talking.
document in Supreme Court.
You received August's check of 2002?
It
That's what
indicates
says.
on the check I received
August 2000.
August.
To me, you have August and you have October, and I don't. You had better find out from them what happened for September, because they skipped
They're
September.
a month behind. You get the previous month when
I
they
don't
send
want
it
you
to
to
you.
interrupt me again. You
No,
may interrupt
Your
her. You don't
Honor,
interrupt me.
You're
I'm trying to explain
No,
the checks
don't
and how they
explain
come.
anything. Don't
I'll
explain
tell you
anything.
what
They're my
happened.
benefits.
I'm not
I'll explain how they
interested.
come.
Pay attention.
Let me make that
You have
clear.
August, and according to you have October. You go to them and find out where September
They
is.
told me they reissued it back to Darren because
Wasn't
he went
reissued
to
to
the
me.
Jericho.
Show me proof. Show me proof.
Well,
that
I
they
don't have
reissued it
proof.
to
I
him.
only have proof that I applied 2 times to be payee within the course of the past several
Fine.
months. I can show you that, Your Honor.
Just a second. Mr. Aquino, you've been sworn today. Are you testifying, sir, under oath, that you did not receive September's check for your son?
September's check. I didn't receive September's check. Did it come into the... She does the... It goes into a direct deposit.
Just a second. Did you receive September's check?
No, Your Honor.
Did you receive a check in October?
No, Your Honor.
You have not received the check since August.
Correct.
That
I have
check-
maybe a
Shh,
possibility why that is, Judge.
I don't care why it is. You said that you did not receive it.
That is correct.
Your fiancé said it did not come in. That's under oath. Very easy
Your
to get
Honor,
a tape.
I have letters
Shh,
here indicating that he was changed, the payee was changed to his
Listen to
name
me
again.
very-
So he would have had to have gotten the check somehow, either by direct deposit
Your
or
Honor,
the mail, Your Honor. I have
They're
2 notices
suspending
here
the
from
check
Social Security.
because of the problems
No,
with
they're not.
Debbie.
No,
And
Listen
my
to me,
contact
Mr.
with the
Aquino.
office. Yes.
All I'm saying to you is, and I want you to be quiet and stop moving from side to side, sir.
I have a limp,
You-
so I
No,
can't
no.
stay.
You're nervous because you're hustling me a little
No,
bit.
I'm not hustling
Okay?
you, Your
You're
Honor.
nervous because you're
I
hustling
wouldn't
me a
hustle
little
you.
bit.
You're too
Oh,
sharp.
Your
Okay.
Honor,
Yo,
I
yo,
wish
yo,
you would
yo, you're
please
too
look
sharp
at
for me.
these.
Right.
Your Honor.
Miss,
These
I'm
two
going
are-
to throw you both out.
I'm sorry, Your
I'm
Honor.
throwing you both
Throw her
out.
out.
Now, 5 days from today, you are to get all of the property packed up. You make arrangements to have it picked up by a third party, a mover or whatever. With regard to the money, take it up with Social Security. Now, let's get to your counterclaim, which is nonsense. Mr.
Nonsense?
Aquino, it is
Why you
your
say it's
claim. It is
nonsense,
your
Judge?
claim. Shh, quiet. You say that you paid legal fees
true.
for your son Eric when he was in trouble last year. Is
No.
that right?
Eric was 18. It's for a charge when he was 16.
Yeah.
While he was living in her care.
Yeah.
That these things were concealed from me, and then at the end, she dumps him on my lap and says, now you take care of it. Take care of what? I said.
Right.
I supported him. We have an obligation under the court, Your Honor.
What is it that you paid for him?
$3,000. We
Yeah.
assigned it over to Anthony. You probably know the name. As Eric's counsel.
Who hired the lawyer?
She asked me to go and call my friend Anthony.
No, just a second. She asked you to go and call your friend,
Right.
who was a lawyer,
We were going to have legal
Shh,
aid
shh,
for
shh,
him.
shh, shh, shh.
Yes.
and you did that.
Yes. And she also
Shut
met
up.
me at the court.
Don't volunteer. Just answer my questions. Where did you get $3,000 from?
I'll let Stephanie answer that.
No,
Stephanie
I
took
don't
it
want
from her
Stephanie to answer it. I want you to answer it.
Okay. Stephanie took it out of her IRA.
Should have let legal aid represent him, sir.
That's what I said.
That ain't what she said.
That's what I
She
Absolutely.
pleaded with
Okay.
me and cried.
This case is resolved as follows. 5 days from today's date, all the property is to be returned to your son. It's very unfortunate that you can't put a period to the end of all of this heartache and
I'd
say,
like to.
shh, and say, for the sake of all the children and maybe grandchildren to come, we're going to get along here. Maybe we should all get together and try to be cooperative and try to work together as a family. That's not going to happen.
That would be wonderful. But
Good.
that's
Give
a
him back his
fantasy with her.
stuff, and that's it. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Yeah, this is case number 298 on the calendar in the matter of Sullivan versus Knighton. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Tell me your name.
Jimmy Johnson.
Jimmy? Would you come up here? You come up here.
Can you make it up here? Oh, there you go. All right.
Hi.
Hi.
You have a big, strong voice. How old are you, Jimmy?
6 years old.
I have a couple of questions for you. You think you can think real hard so you can answer these questions? I understand that you got shot in the head with a BB. Can you tell me what happened?
I was in my yard.
You were in your yard?
And Chase had a BB gun shooting at a piece of foam.
Who had a BB gun? Chase?
Chase.
Is that little boy over there, Chase? Is he your friend?
Yes, he was, but when he shot me with the BB gun, well, I had to go to the doctor, and when I got back home, Mom said I could never play with him again. And I stayed in the house.
It was an accident, though, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. He didn't mean to hurt you, did he? He did?
Yeah, he said, I'm going to shoot you. Now I'm going to really shoot you.
We have to talk to him about that, okay? Did you shake hands? Maybe we will later. I'm going to have to talk with him right now, okay? Okay, why don't you go step down?
Watch your step, partner.
Cute.
All right. See.
Chase, come on up here.
Oh.
Good. Hi.
Hi.
Chase, Jimmy is a friend of yours? Or he was?
He goes to my school.
And you're a nice boy? And he's a nice boy? Where'd you get this BB gun from?
From behind my papa's door.
That where your papa leaves it?
Now he leaves it in his closet.
And is the closet locked now? But he used to leave it just behind the door? So it's your grandpa's gun? Or your daddy's?
It's my dad's or my grandpa's.
But it used to be just behind the door. In whose room?
My papa's.
What were you doing with the BB gun when Jimmy got shot?
Shooting beer bottles with my next door neighbor.
And how old is your next door neighbor?
14.
Who was with you at home that day, Chase?
My grandma.
Just your grandma?
And my sister and brother.
And where was your daddy?
At work.
And your papa?
He was at work.
Did you ask permission to take the BB gun out? Are you supposed to ask permission? So you didn't do the right thing, right? You didn't mean to hurt Jimmy, did you? I didn't think so. What happened when your daddy found out that you had shot Jimmy with the BB gun? Did he tell you not to do that anymore?
Told not to.
Would you like to sort of shake hands with Jimmy and maybe you could try to be friends again? What about you? Not ready to do that yet? Okay. Okay, Chase, why don't you go sit down next to your papa? So that's what this case is about. Right. This case is about one little boy who got shot in the head with a BB gun, and I gather from the complaint that the doctors have decided to leave the BB in his head rather than do some surgery. And Ms. Sullivan, what you want is you want the defendant to pay for all the medical bills that you have and some money for pain and suffering.
Correct.
I'm ready for your defense, sir.
Well, first of all, I think that this could have been stopped if she would have told me, first of all, that he had the BB gun, because when I went over there to talk to him, she told me, she said she seen Chase running around with the BB gun, waving it around. So I was just wondering, you know, when she told me that, why didn't she come to me and tell me that in the first place.
You were working.
I was not at work.
That's what he said.
I know, but he's mistaken.
So you were home?
I was at home. I was in the living room.
Oh, that's even worse. So you were at home.
Yes, ma'am.
In a situation where you were totally responsible for your sons having access to an instrument that could cause serious physical injury to somebody else that was not secured. You are 100% responsible for Jimmy's medical bills, out-of-pocket expenses. It was your responsibility. Is this your father?
Yes, ma'am.
Your father's responsibility to ensure that that BB gun was secured so that your 6-year-old son could take it and hurt anybody else or himself. You know that that's true. Now, I don't know whether Miss Sullivan could tell from this BB gun whether or not it was a toy or capable of hurting anybody or whether it was loaded or not loaded. Who knows that? But you certainly knew that it was capable of causing injury, and your father certainly knew that, and both of you understood that it was not the right place to keep it, behind some door, and it's now secured in a place where he can't get it, right? So it's secured now. It was a little too late. So let me see the bills. 1, 2, 3. Fast. And do you have an X-ray that indicates where this BB is?
I do.
Have you ever
pulled
seen
one
that,
out?
Mr. Knight?
No, ma'am.
I'd like to take a look at it.
It's still in his head.
Is this the first time that your son has taken out that BB gun?
I don't think so.
How many times did you play with this BB gun?
One.
One time before this?
I played with it 2 times over at the next door neighbors. We're shooting beer bottles.
On a different day or the same day?
Different day.
So you had that BB gun out twice. And where was your daddy the first time you had it out? Did anybody know you had it out the first time?
I think it was at home, or it was at home.
Did your daddy know you had the gun out the first time you had it out, shooting beer bottles?
No.
How big is this gun?
Not from here to here.
That's pretty big. Is it heavy?
My dad's is this long.
That's pretty heavy for you to carry, isn't it?
No, it was mine. It was my BB gun.
What does that mean?
His mom bought him the BB gun.
So this is his BB gun. It's not yours or your father's.
That's right.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He's going to give me a knife when I get 15.
If you're smart, you'll ask him to get you a microscope or a doctor's kit so that you can hope to be something that's really good and not a thug with a knife.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Gail Sullivan says her 6-year-old son, Jimmy Johnson, was shot in the head with a BB gun. Gail says the shooter was her neighbor's son, 6-year-old Chase Knighton.
Where is his mother?
His mother is off somewhere.
Off?
She banded us.
Okay. When did she buy this BB gun?
Christmas.
She bought it for him. I didn't want him to have it. And he insisted. He cried about it because I know I never wanted him to have it in the first place. I knew he was too young. Should never have one. But
right. Your dad has to take that BB gun and put it away for a very long time.
Yeah.
So that you can't even touch it. Do you understand? Maybe when you're 15 or 16 years old, your daddy will be able to take it out. And when you're responsible enough to use it right, he'll be able to give it to you. But it's not the right thing for you to even hold it. Because you're not big enough yet to do that. Do you understand?
Yeah, he's going to give me a knife when I get 15.
A knife? I want to tell you what your papi's going to get you when you're 15. He's going to get you a microscope. If you're smart, you'll ask him to get you a microscope or a doctor's kit, you know, so that you can aspire to be something, so that you can hope to be something that's really good, you know, like a doctor or a lawyer and not a thug with a knife. That's not good. Do you understand? Not good. Certain things are good, certain things are not. What does your daddy do for a living? No. What do you do for a living, sir?
I'm a warehouse manager.
He works in a warehouse and he's a manager. He manages a lot of other people and tells them where things go. He has a very important job. You think that he handles that job because he has a big knife? And you know what kind of a job your papi used to have?
He's told me he used to be a marshal.
A marshal? Is that right?
I'm a deputy marshal with Alabama Supreme Court.
See, so he has a job that's related to the law, right? He's a deputy marshal in the court system. It's a very important job. And he doesn't need a knife for that job. Got to teach him the right thing. And if he wants the wrong thing, you have to sort of reorient him.
Your Honor?
Yes, sir.
Can I say something? The knife he's talking about is one of those little knives with the fingernail file in it and the toothpick and everything.
By the time he gets to be 15, he's not going to want that knife.
Well, that'd be the only one he can get.
Good. All right. Well, there's no question that you folks are responsible for these medical bills. There's no question with regard to that. I think that they were absolutely 100% negligent allowing this weapon to be in a position where he could get his hands on it. I have a feeling that these two gentlemen have a very full plate. I also think, Jimmy, that he's probably a very nice little boy. He did a bad thing, and you should really probably give him another chance. I think that that would be a nice thing to do. I really do. Because you're supposed to forgive somebody if they're really sorry. You are sorry for what happened, aren't you? He really is sorry. He would really like to be your friend. Think you're willing to give him another chance? I sort of like that idea. Come on.
Okay.
Give him one shake. Go ahead. That's good. See, that didn't hurt. Good. All right, judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,654, which are the actual damages, and another 1,000 punitive damages, $2,654. Thank you, that's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Chase knew that he wasn't supposed to take that gun out of the house. I don't know why he took it out.
Jimmy said he told him he was going to shoot him with a gun, and I feel like that this child shouldn't have had the gun.
Keep the gun away from small children and keep it locked up.
That could have been a pistol. My son could be dead.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Davis versus Collazo, step forward, please.
21-year-old homemaker Aubrey Davis is suing her sister, custodian Claudia Collazo, for the cost of her son's medical bills. Aubrey says she paid for his treatment after he suffered an epileptic seizure.
Miss Davis, how are you related to the defendant?
She's my sister.
And this is your nephew?
Yes, correct.
Your son?
Yes.
According to your complaint, he was staying with you for a brief period of time. While he was with you, he had a seizure.
Correct.
You suffer from epilepsy?
Yes.
And he was taken to the emergency room. There was a medical bill of over $1,500, and you want your sister to be responsible for that.
Correct.
When did he come to live with you?
July 5th.
Prior to that, where was he living?
I believe he was at Stephanie's house, which is who he's living with now.
Who's Stephanie?
It is his dad's ex-wife. That's as much as I know about her.
Step up here, please. Tell me your name.
Richard Ornelas.
Before you came to live with your aunt in July, who were you living with?
My brother's mom, Stephanie.
How long had you been living with her?
About a year.
And how old were you when you went to live with Stephanie?
15.
Why weren't you living with your mother?
My mom just told me, leave. My mom told me to leave.
But she told you to leave when you were 15?
Yeah.
When did he get sick?
July 6th.
Is that right?
Yes.
You were with your aunt for only one day before you had a seizure?
Yes.
Had you had seizures before?
Yes.
Did you have seizures when you lived with your mom?
Yes.
Why don't you sit down, Richard? You have a copy of the bills?
Yes.
Can I see them, please?
I also have a copy here from the hospital that shows that I never signed. And I asked them for the copy of the law stating that she's responsible for the bills since I didn't sign that paper. And all they gave me was the law. They didn't give me a copy of the actual law.
You took him to the hospital, is that right?
The ambulance took him and I arrived there with them.
Okay, Ms. Collazo. All's in your court. Why are you not responsible for these bills?
January of 2002, Richard moved out of my house. I did not throw him out. I was having problems with him at school. He was arrested. He was in juvie. He didn't want to obey by my laws. I have documentation that I have that Stephanie had guardianship of Richard since January 30th of 2002.
Stephanie was married to his father.
I don't know if they were legally married, but they had children.
Okay. That's where he went to live.
Yes.
Go ahead.
And
Where
I
is his
have all
father?
Pardon?
Where's his father?
Where is his father? He lives in Las Vegas.
Okay, go ahead.
I have documentation of everything, of the guardianship papers.
Guardianship doesn't mean that Stephanie is financially responsible for him.
No, but he was living with her at the time.
Yes.
I didn't know that he was living with Aubrey.
Yes.
I received a phone call from Aubrey's husband stating that Richard was in the hospital. And I told him, well, don't have her sign anything. Get a hold of Stephanie. She has guardianship since I live 63 miles out of town.
Well, somebody has to admit him.
I was assumed that he was admitted. He was brought by ambulance. I don't know what was going on. All I had is a
Did you
phone
rush
call.
to the hospital?
No, I didn't.
Why not?
I had no way to get there right then and there.
You don't have a car?
Yes, I have a car, but I did not have a way to get there.
Where was your car?
It was there. It was at home.
So what do you mean you had no way to get there?
Financially, I was not working at that time.
You were an hour away.
Yes. It was late at night.
So? You're in for a rude awakening, madam. Because someone has guardianship of your child,
Right.
that doesn't make them financially responsible for your child.
Okay.
Parents are responsible for the necessaries of a child. Necessaries mean food, clothing, shelter, medical care, sometimes lawyers' fees, and a variety of other things. That doesn't change unless you go to court and have your child emancipated. If your 15-year-old child is emancipated by some judge who's a little nutty, then maybe you won't have financial responsibility for the necessaries. But right now you do. Not her.
Then why did she go in there and do what she did?
What did she do?
She jumped in my business. That's how I feel.
Your son came to our house on July 5th. He was there less than 24 hours and he had a seizure. What would you have suggested that she do, Ms. Collazo?
She did the right thing.
So then what are you complaining about?
Is why I'm being taken to court. Why not
Who's
the
supposed
father?
to- You could sue the father and say, listen, I had to pay this bill, but you're partially responsible for it too. I'll pay half and you pay half. She doesn't have to go searching for the father who lives in Las Vegas.
Correct.
You do that.
Okay.
If you chose to allow him to leave your home and you chose to allow him to be under the guardianship of a biological stranger, that's within your family. But when it comes to his necessaries, you're not off the hook. If you want to sue his father, go to it. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,595. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Caught me sleep there. Your Honor, this is case number 307 on the calendar in the matter of Sane versus Ross. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Miss Sane, it is your claim that the defendant assaulted you, scratched your face, causing you to bleed, scarring, etc.
Yes, ma'am.
When her car, which had been illegally parked in an area where you live,
Yes, ma'am.
when you requested that she move that car,
Yes, ma'am.
the defendant says that she was only there for a minute and that she was merely defending herself, but she has very long nails, which caused the scratching to your face. Is that right?
That's correct.
Now, on what date did this happen?
April 2nd.
Where?
At my apartment where I live, out in the front parking area.
Are there outdoor parking spaces?
There is 6 spaces on each side. When she parked her car into the fire lane, there was empty spots that she could have parked in.
Is that correct?
No, that is not correct. It wasn't a fire lane, and my car was not illegally parked. I backed in to unload a vacuum cleaner. She illegally parked because she backed
No, Miss Ross. Listen to me. Your car was not parked in a legal spot.
It wasn't illegally parked either.
What does that mean, madam? You explain what that means to me.
It was not parked in a fire lane.
Where was it parked? It was parked in a regular parking space?
No, it was parked in the middle of it.
In the middle of
the
what?
driveway. It was parked in the middle of the driveway.
Oh, okay. So it's parked in the middle of a driveway.
Exactly. She could have went around either way.
Why didn't you park the car in an appropriate parking place?
Because I was only in and out. I went there to drop off a vacuum.
Just a minute. So you parked your car in an illegal place in a driveway. That's what you did. Now, you were where? You came home and found the car there, or your car was already there?
I had went to my storage space, me and my witness and another friend. We had pulled my truck back to the very back of the apartments. I live in a fourplex. And when I came out, the way I had went in, I couldn't go back out that way because there was vehicles filling my side and on the other duplex's side. So I was going to go around the very first car, go out through the front. But the lady that lives in apartment B, she always parks real far back, and her car was parked in the fire lane. I could not get through there.
Okay. So you could not get through to pull out so that you could get into your parking space?
Yes, ma'am.
Because her car was blocking you?
Yes, ma'am.
So what did you do?
I honked the horn. Like I said, we live in a small, it's just a fourplex. I figured whoever owned it would come out. Nobody did.
Now, when you went into your storage space, was her car there?
No, ma'am.
How long were you in the storage space?
Probably about 30 minutes.
And when you came out, her car was there, and you said you started honking the horn. What happened when you honked the horn?
The children from the apartment next to me came up and asked me what my problem was, and asked me if they knew who the car belonged to, and they said yes, that her name was Evelyn, and she was at their parents' house. And I asked them if they could go ask her to move it.
Did they do that?
Yes, ma'am, and they came back and said that she said she would move it when she got ready.
Okay, and about how long were the children gone?
Just a few minutes.
A minute or two? No
Yes,
more than
ma'am.
that. And then what's the very next thing that happened?
About that time, she came around the corner, and she started walking over to her car, and I told her she needed to move her car at that time. And she stated that
What did you say to her?
I told her that she needed to move her car.
That's not what she said.
No, I'm sure that's not what she said.
That is not what
What
she
did you
said.
say?
That's the nicest version she could have put it in.
I want to know what you said to her.
I told her that she needed to move the car at that time, and she said she was not going to move the car.
That's what she said.
And I said, yes.
I don't want to hear you until I look at you and say to you, speak. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yeah, I hear you.
No, that's not my question. My question is, do you understand? Not whether you hear. I was sure you heard me. Question is, do you understand what I said?
I understand.
Good. Now.
So I told her, yes, you will move the car.
And then what happened?
I went to the apartment right in where my truck was parked at, apartment B, and asked them if I could use the phone to call the police.
Okay.
And I called the police, and I told them that there was a lady parked in the fire lane. She wouldn't move the car. I had my back towards her, and just as I started to turn around...
You were in somebody's apartment?
No, I was outside beside my truck, which was a good 25 feet away from her car.
Okay, go ahead.
I had my back towards Miss Ross, and I just started to turn around, and I seen her running at me from behind. And at that point, she stabbed me underneath my eye with her keys and began to scratch my face.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
She came out cussing and being very belligerent to me, and she kept cussing at me. She came out with that phone and swung. When she swung at me, she got swung back on.
And later today,
your son was in jail. Domestic abuse. You spoke to your granddaughter.
I called her that day.
That day I got called out of work to get $500 for my father to get bailed out of jail.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Melba Sane says, during an argument over a parking space, Evelyn Ross gouged her eyes. Evelyn says Melba swung first.
Okay. You have photographs of what
Yes,
your face
ma'am.
looked like?
Your Honor, that's not what happened. That's not the truth.
I thought you said you understood.
I guess I forgot saying that, but that's not the truth.
I thought you said you understood.
Okay.
Okay. Now I'll hear you.
Miss Sane started off by telling me to move my car, and she said it at least 5 times, and there is a police report from me to the Arlington police saying that. I told her she did not have to talk to me like that in order for me to move my car. On April 2nd, 2002, my daughter had a state track meet in which I was already running late to get to. She came out cussing and being very belligerent to me was the reason I got defensive. When she got those people's phone, she ran up to the car on the phone, shaking her finger at me. I'm moving my car, and she was still coming out.
Just a second, Miss Ross. You just said that she came up shaking her finger at you, but you were already moving your car.
Right.
Right. So you were inside of your car.
Right.
But there came a time when you moved outside of your car, because I'm looking at these photographs of her face. So at some point, you got out of your car. When did you get out of your car?
I got out of my car once it was out of the middle of the parking lot into a parking place.
Okay, now just 1 second, so that let me understand this, Miss Ross. You were in your car, and she was being belligerent, and she was on the phone, and she was yelling and cursing at you.
Right.
So you get into your car, and you put it in reverse?
Yes.
And you move back.
Into a parking spot.
Just a second. You move back.
Right.
Into a parking space.
Right.
And then what do you do?
I got out of my car.
Now you're on your way, and you're running late to your daughter's track meet. You want to explain to me why you got out of your car?
Because I left something inside of the house.
Really?
And
What
yes.
did you leave inside of the house?
I'm not sure at this point what it was, but I got out of my car for a reason. Either my cigarettes or something, cigarettes, lighter, one of the two.
Either your cigarettes or your lighter that were, I assume, more important than the track meet that your daughter was in.
No, it wasn't
running
more
late
important.
For.
It wasn't more
So
important.
what did you do when you got out of the car?
I got out of the car and attempted to go back around to my friend's house, and she kept cussing at me. And when she came out with that phone and swung. When she swung at me, she got exactly those scratches. She got swung back on. She swung first, and Arlington Police Department have a report saying so. She swung first. That's the reason it wasn't a criminal case.
I'll see the police report, please.
See it.
I'll see the police report. You think I believe your story that you left something inside? That you were in such fear, Miss Ross, quiet, that you were in such fear of her screaming and cursing at you that you were in your car, you could have gone your own way and stopped off and bought another lighter or a pack of cigarettes, whichever it was that was so important that you can't even remember it now. You would have been out of harm's way and gone, except you decided to pull into a parking space and get out and not confront her. Oh, no. To go back inside to the apartment that you just came from to get something that you can't remember as we speak now and cause this type of damage to her face.
That was from my hand. That's not from a key.
Speak not.
Your Honor.
Shh. Well, that's very unfortunate. This friend of yours who finally, after several missed appointments, went to talk to the police. Nobody else, according to the investigating police officer, wanted to get involved in this whole incident. I wonder why. I am satisfied after hearing your testimony and after hearing your testimony that you were the instigator in this whole incident, Miss Ross. You had the absolute ability to extricate yourself, to leave this argument, which you had caused by illegally parking your car.
What was
I'm speaking! By illegally parking your car and then saying to the kids who came in to tell you to please move your car that I'll move my car when I'm good and ready. That's the kind of persona that I'm seeing as you're standing here testifying today. Those are the exact words that would come out of your mouth. Now, I'm not saying that Miss Sane didn't use some vulgarities when you finally did come out. I believe she did. Sticks and stones will break my bones, but names will never hurt me. That does not give you the right to cause the injuries that you did, which you caused. And for that, I am awarding the plaintiff $5,000. That's all. Step out.
Parties are excused.
She was the instigator.
She approached me and attacked me from behind.
She started it.
I have a statement from a dermatologist about the scars on my face.
She got her butt whooped because of it.
The hole in my face.
Looked like someone had been mauled by a grizzly bear.
She came out cussing and swinging at me.
It's consistent, he says, with a stab wound.
And I'm not gonna ever let anybody hit me and just walk away or drive away.
She told me she would be back.
She came after me and she got tore up because of it.
This isn't the end.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of White versus Atkinson. Step forward, please.
Babysitter Jackie White is suing her granddaughter, 20-year-old nurse's assistant Melissa Atkinson, for an unpaid loan to bail her father out of jail.
Miss Atkinson, how old are you?
20.
This is your grandma?
Yep.
Who do you live with now?
Me and my fiance and my daughter.
How old is your daughter?
8 months.
When you were growing up, who did you live with?
My mother.
Only your mother?
Yep.
What about your father?
Non-existent.
That's her son, is that right? Did you have any sort of relationship with your grandmother?
Yep, somewhat.
As you were growing up, you saw her?
Yep.
Try yes, it sounds
Yes.
nicer. It's a courtroom. How frequently did you see your grandmother as you were growing up?
More when I was younger than now.
And you saw her despite the fact that you had no relationship with your father. He wasn't around.
He was around, but not often.
Shh, put your hand down. So she was around more than your dad?
Yep. Yes.
When you say she was around more than your dad, she would come to visit you or you would go and spend time with her even though her son wasn't around?
Yes.
So you would say that during the time you were little, and even a little older, she was a reasonable grandparent?
Yes.
Now I'm going to get to the case. Ms. White, you're suing your granddaughter because you claim that there was a time, some time ago, recently, that your son was in jail, was incarcerated, and needed bail money. He called you. You had most of the bail money that he needed. Whatever you had was about $470. $400 for bail and $70 for some fee. You spoke to your granddaughter. Granddaughter managed to get together another $100. You posted $500 bail for your son. Sometime later, he appeared in court. The bail was returned, but it was returned to your granddaughter, and your granddaughter did not give you back your money. Granddaughter says that you never gave her a dime. Okay? That's what the case is about.
Right.
Which is the reason that I was asking you a whole bunch of questions, Ms. Atkinson, because I didn't know what kind of relationship you had with your grandmother, and I don't know why your grandmother would sue you anyway, even if what she says is true, because that's sort of something that family doesn't do, especially for not life-altering amounts of money. So you're going to explain that too to me, Ms. White.
I had to borrow the money from my sister. She wired it up Western Union for me to get the bail money. And then I had to pay her back. And I was expecting to get my money back from Melissa when this bond was paid back.
When did your son call you?
April 27th. I've got a phone number here where I called my sister on the 28th. She wired the money up the 28th.
When was your son incarcerated?
27.
For what?
I've got a record here. You'll have to look at this.
Can I see, please? Domestic abuse. Who was he living with?
His girlfriend.
So she was the complainant in the case?
Probably, yes.
Okay, so you got the money and you got about $400.
Melissa put in 100.
Okay, and when did you call her?
I called her that day to go with me, ask her if she had any money to help me pay the bill. She said she'd get up 100. I told her I had 400 coming.
And that's what the bail was, 500?
Yes, she went with me to pick up the money from the Western Union. She was with me when I picked it up. We proceeded to the jailhouse. I let her put it in her name. It's my granddaughter. I don't think she's going to try and get the money, keep the money from me. The day he got out, the day this was all dismissed, I called her up, told her she'd go down and pick up the money. According to her, she didn't have a driver's license. She needed $700 and something for a license. I said, I can't do that. Get your mass ID. I can't do that, she says. So that was it. I never did see the money. That was the end of it.
Okay, go ahead.
All I have to say is if it was all of her money, like she claims, first it's so many different amounts. First it's $470. Now it's $400.
No, she
and
never
early
said it.
on it was $350.
Oh, you tell me you tell me your version of the story.
I'm just telling you that if it was all her money, that day I got called out of work to come and get $500 up.
Tell me what happened.
I got called out of work to get $500 up.
By
to
whom?
get my father, by her, for my father, to get bailed out of jail. So I got called out of work, had to come home, find money, spend the whole day waiting for a bail bondsman, and then of course it's my money, I'm going to put my name down so I can get my money back.
Where did you get the money from?
I had some cash saved over from my daughter's savings bonds.
Run that by me again.
They give me money to get savings bonds for my daughter.
Who does?
His family, my fiance's family. So I had that in a drawer.
How much did you have?
500.
I don't believe you.
Okay.
Why would I have Western Union?
I don't believe you.
That's fine.
I know it's fine. But don't you feel ridiculous coming up and telling a bald-faced lie?
No, I'm not.
Oh, yes, you are. I mean, it's a bald-faced lie, and it sounds so stupid.
Well, if it was her money, why didn't she put it in her name? What was the whole point of that
That's not the issue. The issue is that family usually trusts each other. Family usually trusts each other. Do I think that you have $500 in cash sitting around because your fiancé's family over the course of 6 months or a year has given you money for your 8-month-old child that you just keep in a drawer?
Yeah.
And you have a job?
Yep.
What kind of job do you have?
Nursing assistant.
You get paid check or cash?
Cash.
Cash?
Yep.
Interesting. When was the last time you filed tax returns?
Last year.
Good. How much did you report on your tax returns?
$12,000.
So you have a checking account?
No.
Really?
Really?
You keep all the money that you make in cash in your house?
Most of it.
That's dumb.
It works. Might not work for you, but it works for me.
You have to see. Now, what I don't understand is why a 20-year-old girl who seems not to have really started her life out in an orderly fashion to begin with, by having an 8-month-old child, being unwed, having a job, no checking account, no savings account, I assume, why you would want to cut off a grandparent who had been perfectly reasonable to you during your growing up years. I have no idea. But if attitude could make you wealthy, you'd be a very wealthy woman. Attitude is not going to make you wealthy. Being an honest person will make you at least an honorable person. Never going to get there. Thick. Maybe it's your son's genes. I hope not. Well, maybe. Anyway, the $70 she doesn't owe you. She owes you $400 because the bail was $500. It may have cost you $70 to get the money from your sister, but all you put down was $400. I believe that you put down $400 in bail, and I believe she got that money back, and I believe she decided she needed it. You get it back. That's all. Judgment of the plaintiff, $400.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Your Honor, this is case number 369 on the calendar in the matter of Spencer versus Drever. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Thank you, Bert.
You're welcome, Judge.
Ms. Spencer, Mr. Drever is your former boyfriend. You have a child together.
Yes.
According to your complaint, he owes you for a month's rent and a phone bill, a cell phone bill, from well over a year ago. The reason you waited to sue him was because he was incarcerated for the last year based upon an incident that occurred about a year ago with you.
Yes.
Mr. Drever, according to what I read, you were on probation for something else. There was an argument. She alleged that you hit her. You were ultimately convicted of that. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you incarcerated for the year on that conviction or on the parole violation?
Both, Your Honor.
What had you been on parole for?
Aggravated assault, ma'am.
On her?
It was another man.
Have you learned to control your temper a little better?
Yes, ma'am.
That's a good thing. Now, tell me about first the phone bill.
Back in approximately June of 2001, Keith had recently gotten out of a correctional facility after getting out of jail. It was a drug rehab program, and right around the time he got out, he started developing a relationship with our son again.
How old is your son?
He's 4. So because of his credit history, he couldn't get a home phone, so he tried to get a cell phone. He asked me, since I had a phone already in my name, would I be willing to get a secondary phone so that we could be in contact with each other in case of emergencies or what have you, since there were going to be times when our son would be with him. He agreed he'd pay the $14.99 a month plus any charges he incurred for going over the minutes. He never paid me on any of it.
Okay, so how much was his portion of the bill?
His portion total is $678.20.
Okay. Let's deal with the phone first. Yes, sir.
With the cell phone, I disagree as far as the reason why I got the phone. We had discussed with her particular job, she goes on call, and she would need someone to watch my son, who was 3 at the time. And then what wound up happening is the phone turned into more like an electronic leash.
So I gather you saying that she wanted to keep tabs on you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, that's one thing, but did you use the phone and go over the minutes calling other people?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
Okay, well, so who should pay for that?
I should.
Good. That's easy. Can I see the bill, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor?
Yeah.
I would have paid the cell phone. I would have paid the rent. But because of the fact that I went to jail for a domestic, I did.
This is your fault. Shh. Sorry.
I did 13 and a half months sentence in prison because...
You lost your temper.
I didn't strike her, Your Honor. I did not touch her. She got mad at me, she called the police, and I went to prison. Now, I got out...
Miss Spencer.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that true? Did he, in fact, put his hands on you?
Yes, ma'am.
How did he put his hands on you? Look at me.
Yes, ma'am. He was attempting to come into the apartment. As you can see, he's slightly larger than me. He was trying to get in the apartment. I'm very stubborn. I'm not going to deny it. I was standing in the doorway trying to prevent him from coming in.
You weren't living together at the time?
Yes, we were, but we only been living together for a month. It was me, him, and his roommate.
So you'd been living together, and he was trying to get into the apartment?
To get a 12-pack of beer out of the refrigerator.
And you're blocking the door?
Yes, ma'am.
And then what happened?
I got elbowed in the eye, in which I sustained a black eye.
How did that happen?
As he's trying to push his way in.
Yeah.
His elbow got me in the eye.
So it was an accident?
I don't
So
know
it was an accident? Is what you're telling me, Miss Spencer, is that it was an accident?
No, ma'am.
He didn't hit you with his fist, did he?
No.
You were blocking the door in a place where he was a tenant. Is that right?
This is his second incident against a female for domestic violence. He's also got a charge against his wife.
Then I want to tell you something. You shouldn't have put yourself in that position.
I agree.
Right? However, what he's telling me has a ring of truth to it. You were blocking his entrance from getting into his home. He pushed you out of the way. He didn't hit you. But as he pushed you out of the way, his elbow hit you in the eye. His elbow. You know,
Well, that's
he didn't,
what he thinks.
he didn't
We're
go,
not sure
he didn't
exactly
go
how.
like this and hit you in
No,
the eye.
no, ma'am.
His elbow hit you as he was coming in, and he's saying for that he was incarcerated for 13 months.
No.
That's a long time.
Right. If you were to ask our son, who was present during this, what happened, he said he would tell people his daddy was in jail for punching mommy in the face.
But he didn't punch you in the face, Miss
Right.
Spencer.
I agree.
But he didn't punch you in the face.
Right. I also have a letter from Mr. Driver that I'd like to submit, if I may,
I'd
please.
like to see it.
He received this soon after being served for a previous.
Well, it's a nasty letter, but he spent 13 months in jail for something that really has some mitigating circumstance to it. Did you have a trial?
Well, ma'am, the way the situation worked, I had 3 days.
Did you have a trial?
No, ma'am. I had a plea bargaining hearing.
What was the plea bargain?
13.5 months, or I would
On the old case and this case?
in this case to get it cleared out. If I would have taken it to trial, and even if I would have won the trial, they were going to send me away for 7 years.
On the parole violation?
On the probation violation, correct.
Your Honor, he also has a copy of his arrest history with him. If you could look at that, you would kind of get an
I
idea.
believe, listen to me, Miss Spencer.
Yes, ma'am.
My dear, I believe that Mr. Drever has a very bad temper. Whether he has resolved his very bad temper, I don't know. But you and I both know that you precipitated this altercation that happened in September of 2001 by blocking the door. First of all, by moving back in with him.
He moved in with me.
You permitted that.
Right.
You knew his history. You permitted that. And if he was going inside to get a six-pack of beer and you decided you didn't want him to do that and you stood in his way, he's allowed to go into his home.
Well, there's an incident that precipitated that I didn't get a chance to say. I had left. We got into an argument. I had left and gone to my friend's house. When I came back, my son was dressed, sitting on top of a suitcase, and said that him and Daddy were going back to Lenny. That's his ex-girlfriend. So I was trying to keep him out of the house because I didn't know that he wasn't going to take my son and leave.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
He owes me over $7,000 in child support.
You mean for this past year as well?
Yeah, but the state of Ohio doesn't overlook it because he was in jail. They don't care.
I care. I care.
And later today,
She said, well, I need the money. She said, because I got to pay bills and feed my children. I said, well, I don't have it right now. She said, well, you better get it.
You're a hustler.
I'm a hustler.
You're a hustler.
I'm about as much hustler
You're a
as you are.
hustler.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Candace Spencer says the father of her child, Keith Drever, owes for rent and a cell phone bill. Keith says Candace had him falsely arrested and thrown in jail for 13 months.
Just a second. You left and left your son with him.
And a roommate. I left to give him a cooling off period.
But you left your son with him, so
Right.
clearly you were not concerned for your son's safety. You knew he was with his father and he was going to be okay. So you both cooled off for a while.
Right.
Why did you prevent him from going back into the house?
Because he had started yelling and screaming and threatening me in front of our roommate, and I was afraid that he was going to do something to me or my son, so I was trying to keep him out of the apartment. I was trying to close the door, and he was trying to get back in.
Do you see your son now, Mr. Trevor?
Yes, ma'am.
How often?
As much as I can.
You have a court order of visitation?
No, ma'am.
He has a court-ordered child support that he hasn't paid. He owes me over $7,000 in child support.
Well, just a second. You mean for this past year as well?
Yeah, but the state of Ohio doesn't overlook it because he was in jail. They don't care. It's the state of Ohio child support. I agree.
I care.
Well, I understand.
Good. But you see your son.
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Trevor, I want you to understand this, sir. I think that what you have to do is you have to put a period with regard to this bad feeling. She lets you visit with your son, even without a court order. I think that you ought to pay her this money. Clearly you owe her the money, and the reason that you say you're not going to pay her the money is because you're angry that she had you incarcerated for 13 months.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Right? Part of that responsibility is yours. You were in that position. Had you not been on parole for a very serious case, you wouldn't have been facing 7 years in jail. Is that right?
That's correct, ma'am.
So, and nobody put you in that position except you.
Yes, ma'am.
So, it's unfortunate. But I think that you got to pay her this money for the phone. I don't think, however, that you have to pay her the money for the rent, and I'm going to tell you why. She blocked your entrance to your home. She refused to give you entry into a premises that was your home. She not entitled to any rent for that month. Do you understand? Mm-hmm. Good. Judgment for the plaintiff, not in the amount requested, which is $880, but $678.20, which is the amount of the phone bill. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I could be thrown in jail for doing nothing, basically, and then lose a year income and then still have to pay her money.
I'm a bigger person, and I allow him to see our son without the fact that he hasn't paid me any child support, so I'm going to get along with him as best as I can for the sake of our son.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Moore versus Muhammad. Step forward, please.
Pharmacy technician Tracy Moore is suing her ex-boyfriend, private detective Busharat Muhammad, for an unpaid loan to get his car out of the shop. Busharat is countersuing for medical bills as the result of Tracy's harassment.
Miss Moore, you claim a loan, a small one, of $200 to the defendant who at some point was a boyfriend of yours.
Yes.
Mr. Mohammed says there was never a loan. You did, in fact, give him $200, which is the amount you're suing for, but that was for work that he was doing for you in his capacity as a private investigator. Mr. Mohammed has filed a counterclaim alleging that because you harassed him for this $200 over a long period of time, he developed an ulcer, and he would like you to pay some $2,000 for his medical bills. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
When did you meet him, and when did you give him the $200?
I met him at the end of July in 2002. I loaned him the $200 on September 2nd in the agreement that he was going to pay me back.
September 2nd?
Yes, ma'am.
So did you start to date him? Were you dating him in July and August?
You could say that, yes.
What do you mean? I don't want to say that. I want to know if you want to say that.
Sorry. It was more of he tried starting to take control of me and was making me call him all the time, and so I guess he was claiming me as his girlfriend, yes.
I don't know what that means.
Your Honor, she's lying. That's why she can't even tell the court straight what's going on.
I'm going to get to you in a second. Did you go out to dinner together?
No, ma'am.
Did you go to a movie together?
No, ma'am.
Did you go visit a park together?
No, he was always...
A zoo?
No.
I don't want to hear anything. Did he come to your house?
Yes.
For dinner?
No, ma'am.
Did you have an intimate relationship?
Yes, ma'am.
Tell me about this $200 in September.
He asked me to loan him $200 so he can get his car out of a shop.
Tell me where you were when you had this discussion.
In my apartment.
And exactly what did he say to you?
He asked me if he could borrow the $200 so he can get his car out of the shop, and that he would pay me back within 2 days when he got his money. And then he took me to the bank to cash my check, and that's when I gave him the $200.
And what happened on September 2nd? After that, you didn't see him anymore?
He didn't come over, and I would try and call him, and he told me to stop harassing him, and he would hang up on me.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Mohammed, let me hear you, sir.
Yes, ma'am. First of all, Your Honor, we never dated. We had a friendship, but we never dated. That's why she couldn't get it straight. I never told her my car was in the shop. She came to me. She said that her mother was trying to...
Just a second. She came to you where?
Well, we were at her house talking.
So you were at her house?
Exactly.
She didn't come to you?
No, we were at her house.
You went to her house?
I went to her house to visit her.
Go ahead.
And she said that her mother was her mother was really upset. And I said, about what? And she said, well, because she is trying to get money from her ex-husband. trying to garnish his wages. I said, well, I did investigation part-time before. If you want me to try to help you, I can save her a lot of money by taking her down to the court places where you could buy the paperwork, show her how to fill the paperwork out. She could do it herself.
You were going to take her to the courthouse?
No.
To where?
I have a client of mine that owns a store where he sells paper, you know, the packets that show you how to file on landlord disputes and certain things, small things, individual.
So you were going to take her to the store?
Yes, ma'am.
And get her the right set of forms?
Exactly.
Go ahead.
And she said yes. She said, well, I told her, well, for a flat fee of $200, I would do that. Ms. Moore said, I'll give it to him when I get my check in the mail.
Okay, so that's what you say it was for. You took her to the bank, she gave you the $200.
Exactly.
And that was on what date, sir?
That was around September the 7th or 8th.
Okay. Now, when did you take her mother to the store?
I never did.
Stop! You never did?
No, ma'am.
Well, that's what you were supposed to do, according to your answer, Mr. Mohammed, for the
Exactly.
$200.
Exactly.
So you didn't do what you had said you were going to do?
No, ma'am. I didn't.
Why not?
Because I tried to contact her mother 3 days in a row. In fact, after I got the money the next day, I called her. I said, look, we need to try to get down there and take her to the stationery
Okay,
store.
so you didn't get together with her mother, so keep going.
So she called me about 2 days later and said, I want the money back.
Right.
I said, I don't have it right now. I said, my thing was to help your mother. She said, well, I need the money. She said, because I got to pay bills and feed my children. I said, well, I don't have it right now. She said, well, you better get it.
You're a hustler.
I'm a hustler.
You're a hustler.
I'm about as much hustler
You're a
as you
hustler.
are.
You're a hustler, Mr. Mohammed. Let me tell you why you're a hustler. Because I read your answer very carefully. Let's understand what you've just testified to before I get to it. You said to me that this was not a loan.
Right.
This had nothing to do with your car.
Exactly.
You said to... Don't agree with me, sir. You said to me that you were having a discussion with her. She said her mother needed to do some work to get some alimony or support from her ex-husband. You had a friend who had a stationery store. You were going to take her mother down there and make sure she got the right forms. That's not something that costs $200.
No, I'm
let me finish. I'm finishing now, but that's what you were going to do. And then, for one reason or another, within a day or two, you realized that this wasn't going to come about. You weren't going to take her mother down to get the forms, and therefore you had done nothing so far. Nothing for that $200. Now let me read from your answer, sir. In August, she hired me to do some investigating on her mother's ex-husband. I made them a deal that I would do the work for a flat fee of $200 up front. I got started on the case. What case? Going to your friend's store? In any case, I started the work, and the few days I put in on the case are worth more than $200. That's what you swore to. You did nothing. Nothing. So, why didn't you give it back to her?
Because she had people coming over to where I live at, threatening me on the phone.
Why didn't you just give her back the $200 or say to her,
because she
I'm
never
sorry,
said,
Miss Moore, I shouldn't have spent it before I did anything, but I
told her
spent
that.
it.
I told her that.
Did you tell her you would give it back to her?
I did tell her that.
Did you tell her when?
I told her to give me a couple of weeks.
So why, Mr. Mohammed, did you swear to, in your statement to me, that you had already done work on the case? Why didn't you just say, I told her that I would give her back her money, just give me 2 weeks, I didn't have it. Why didn't you write that in your answer?
Because I did tell her that. I did tell her I would give her the money back.
You didn't tell that to me.
Even though I initially had started, even though I contacted her 3 days in a row to contact her mother. I even met with her mother. Her mother came by and I talked to her mother.
You getting the whole thing?
I went to her house and talked to her mother.
You're getting the whole thing, right? All right, let's get to your counterclaim. So she bothered you. She called you 50 times a day.
No, she's sending
and you got an
people over
ulcer.
to my house threatening me with terroristic threats, physical violence.
And that gave you an ulcer?
That's not how you go about getting your money.
That gave you an ulcer?
Well, what gave me ulcer was deciding, well, should I kill these people for threatening me over $200? Or should I try? Because people don't understand. Little small things start great wars. And these people were threatening me with physical violence about $200. I'm not no punk or pushover. So if they got to bring a life to take a life, my point is that they come to take my life, I'm going to take theirs, even if it's about $200.
Good. Okay. Judgment for the plaintiff for the amount of $200. Your counterclaim's dismissed.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Parties are excused. Ma'am, wait here. Now, this is case number 407 on the calendar in the matter of Ackerman versus Hodges. Parties have been sworn in. Judge, you may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Mr. Hodges, You are the owner of this bar and grill.
It's a corporation. I'm the president, majority shareholder, yes.
What's the name of the club?
Belly Up Tavern.
How long have you been president?
28 years.
In the 28 years that you've owned the club, how many times have you been sued by patrons for having them illegally bounced from your club?
I'm going to guess 5.
Now, Ms. Ackerman, it is your complaint that one or more of the defendant's employees that were employed as security in defendant's club forcibly ejected you from the club. Not only were you bruised physically during that time, but you were also emotionally bruised, embarrassed. The defendant's position is that you were drunk and disorderly and had to be forcibly removed from the club. Is that right, sir?
Correct.
Okay. This is the boyfriend who was with you that night?
Yes.
You are Mr. Parisi?
Yes.
Fine. Okay. Miss Ackerman, tell me what you were doing at the club that night.
It was supposed to be a really good band. We were actually down the way at a grand opening for a tile and bath store.
So you hadn't started out there?
Had not started out, had not had plans or intentions of going there in the first place.
How far was that from the defendant's pub?
Probably about 5 doors north. Same sidewalk.
And what time did you arrive at the grand opening?
Around 8:30.
There was alcohol served there?
They were serving alcohol, yes.
Okay, and did you drink there?
I started to have a glass of wine poured for me, but they ran out of white wine, so I had maybe half a glass.
And was Mr. Parisi there with you at 8 o'clock?
Yes, he was.
Were you a guest of whom at this tile and bath place?
A woman named Susie Banks. She was working to open this new store.
When did you leave?
Around 9.
Okay, what happened at 9 o'clock?
Susie Banks gave us tickets.
Look at me.
Gave us tickets for the Belly Up. She said it was a really good band. I don't even recall the name of the band at this time. And she handed us the tickets and talked us into going over to the Belly Up.
And you got there about 9 o'clock?
Shortly after, we did stop at the Wild Note Cafe, which is right next door to the Belly Up, with another couple, and we shared dinner and shared 1 bottle of wine there.
What time did you leave dinner?
I know it was before 10 o'clock.
And you went to Belly Up Tavern?
We went into the Belly Up.
And you gave them your passes?
Mm-hmm.
And when you first arrived, did you have anything to drink?
No, I didn't. It was actually so crowded I couldn't even find my way to the bar, let alone order a drink.
Why don't you pick it up from there and tell me what happened with the defendant's employees?
I had gone into the bathroom.
What time?
I wasn't carrying a watch, so I really can't say. I'm sure that all this was over and done with by 11 o'clock. But when we came out, it was just way too overwhelmingly crowded for me. I wasn't enjoying myself, so I approached Lorenzo, told him that I was going to be leaving, and I didn't mind if he stayed. And I was headed towards the exit when 2 to 3 men approached me from behind. I didn't even see them coming.
And what happened?
And they started to put their arms on me without saying any words. That's my whole argument. I feel that they used excessive force instead of verbal communication. If they would have just spoken with me.
Tell me what they did, exactly.
They started to put their arms on me.
What do you mean started to put their arms on you?
Well, they approached me from behind, so I couldn't really see. My peripheral was, pretty restricted.
Right.
And they didn't say anything. I asked who they were, what they wanted. I didn't hear any response. And as soon as they started to touch me, I started to shrug them off, shake them off, because I didn't want them touching me or on me. And they wrestled me to the ground and picked me up by my ankles and my wrists and carried me out the front door. And during the struggle, unfortunately my tube top had slid down around my waist, so as they were carrying me out by my ankles and my wrists, I couldn't even pull up my shirt. My whole upper body was exposed.
And what happened?
They dropped me off out front, and police came, and a friend drove me home.
Is there a police report?
I heard that there was a police report.
You don't have
I don't have it.
Fine.
I have a sheriff's report from when I made a report about not even 2 days later.
So you were not physically injured?
Minor scrapes and bruises all over my body, my back, my shoulders, my arms,
Do you have
my
any
wrists.
photographs for me?
No, it claims right here in the sheriff's report that he does note all of them, and he admits that when he tried to photograph it, the lighting was wrong. He shot directly.
I'd like
into
to see that.
I highlighted that section with the actual injuries.
At first you told the detective that you did not wish to prosecute the case, is that right?
Yes.
What changed your mind?
Mm,
Did you see a lawyer?
I believe...
The answer is either yes or no. Did you see a lawyer?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
I spoke
How
with
many-
one on the phone.
How many days later did you speak to a lawyer?
The next day.
Did you go to the hospital or an emergency room that day or the next day?
No, I did not.
Was it at the suggestion of the lawyer that you called and make this sheriff's report?
I do not recall.
Sure you do. The only intervening act between the time this incident happened and the time 2 days later, not related to this incident, was your call to a lawyer. Is that right?
I did call a lawyer the next
Okay,
morning.
Fine. You also told the detective that you were going to see a doctor that day. Is that right?
Yes.
Did you go and see the doctor?
Yes, I did.
Okay. What doctor did you go and see? Was it a doctor, your personal physician?
It was through the Sharp Reese Steely Urgent Care, and I did not have a chance to pick up the records before I left. I do have my chiropractor's report.
You went to a chiropractor?
Yes, she
Had you ever-
referred...
Shh. I'm asking questions. Had you ever seen a chiropractor before?
Yes, I have back problems to begin with.
So you went to see the same chiropractor that you had seen before?
Actually, no, I had never seen James before.
So you went to a different chiropractor?
Yes.
Is the chiropractor that you went to a chiropractor that was recommended by your attorney?
Yes, he was.
It's almost like I have a crystal ball.
Sounds like you've been there before.
Yeah, I have been. Now, Mr. Hodges, were you there that evening?
No, I was not.
Are these your two employees?
One employee and one independent witness.
Who was the employee?
Mr. Samatua, right behind me.
And who was the independent witness?
Joe Taylor, and he's sitting next to Mr. Samatua.
Mr. Taylor, you want to step up here, sir?
Sure.
Were you a patron in the club that night?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you witness this event?
Yes, ma'am, I did.
How much did you had to drink?
I don't drink.
You don't drink at all?
Nope.
So what were you doing at this club?
Listening to the band.
Other than being a patron and visiting the club, do you know the defendant?
No, I do not.
Now tell me what you saw.
I was standing at the end of the bar, and I was just up stretching my legs because we were sitting close to the stage. And I just kind of heard a ruckus, and she had come out of the ladies' room. And I
Did
heard,
you see that?
I didn't see her come out of the ladies' room, but I heard one of the bouncers, and I believe it was this gentleman, say to her, "You can't go around shoving people." And then she basically turned to him and told him to go himself.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
I did serve her wine myself, and when we did run out of wine, she actually showed me behind my desk where she had a stash of wine.
That's not true.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Aaron Ackerman says nightclub owner David Hodges owes for an assault committed by bouncers at his club. David says Aaron was drunk and belligerent.
Go ahead.
And he got up and he put his hand on her arm and said, "You have to leave the premises." At that time is when she pulled away and he went to grab her again and she started to swing.
What do you mean she started to swing?
Well, she didn't want, leave me alone. And then at that time another bouncer came. And one of her shoes came off because she was kicking so hard and flew back over.
What do you mean she was kicking so hard?
She was trying to get away from him, I guess.
You mean she was standing up and kicking?
Yeah, at that time.
Go ahead.
Then a third bouncer saw what was happening. He came over and she was fighting so hard she slipped and she went down on the ground onto her back. And she was kicking and trying to punch, scratching, and that's when she was exposed on her top.
Did you see her being removed from the premises?
I saw them finally pick her up and take her towards the front door, and that was the last I saw.
You were never close enough to her to determine whether or not she appeared to be intoxicated?
Not really. I couldn't smell her breath or anything like that, no.
Well, she acknowledges that she was, buzzed. Is that the word you used?
I believe it was, yes.
Yes, I see that in the report that you have here. The detective, you say you weren't drunk, but you were buzzed.
It's a little lightheaded.
Does that scenario sound familiar to you?
Not quite.
Well,
I didn't actually start kicking until I was already on the ground.
How did you get to the ground?
They wrestled me down.
That's not what he said. He said that you were kicking so hard that you slipped.
That I threw myself off my feet.
That you slipped.
Fell.
That you slipped and went down.
And no one was touching me on my way down.
Well, I'm not. They were trying to grab her to escort her out the door.
Mm-hmm.
And then in all the ruckus.
Do you recall the security guard telling you that you have to leave?
He didn't say one word.
Do you recall saying anything to him?
No. Just, what do you want? What are you doing?
You don't recall anything that this gentleman says he heard you say, cursing at him?
No.
No.
Not till I got outside. I recall being very volatile.
That's not what he said. He said that within the club.
I did not swear within the club.
You know this gentleman?
I don't. Never seen him before in my life.
Well, he saw you.
Sounds like it.
It does. And he wasn't buzzed.
Good for him.
He was also a mile away by the stage. Excuse me.
You were buzzed too.
We were in a bar, hence the word tavern.
I don't even want your bouncer to testify. I don't even want you. Sorry for calling you a bouncer, sir. Okay?
Yeah,
You're the security officer.
Security technicians.
What, security technician.
Security technicians.
By the way, thank you very much, Mr. Taylor. I appreciate your coming.
Thank you.
Would you step up just for a moment? I just have a couple of questions to ask you. Do you wear any particular kind of uniform?
Yeah, I wear a yellow shirt that has a staff on it, belly up staff.
Do the other security technicians also wear yellow shirts?
Yeah.
How long have you been employed by Belly Up?
2 years.
Ever been the subject of a lawsuit before?
No.
Hmm?
No.
Okay, have a seat. Have any other witnesses for me, sir?
We have Susie Banks here.
Is she outside?
She's outside, yes.
Where would you get her? Susie Banks.
Susie Banks.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Deputy stated Ackerman was very drunk. She swore, staggered, and pushed him in the chest. That's the police officer.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Erin Ackerman is claiming she was assaulted by a bouncer at David Hodges' nightclub. David has produced a surprise witness who claims Erin was drunk.
Miss Banks, it's my understanding from the plaintiff that she was your guest that evening in the opening of a tile store. Is that right?
Yes.
That's what is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. Miss Ackerman says that they ran out of wine by the time she was going to have a glass of wine. She had about a half a glass of wine. Does that sound right to you?
No.
Well, what do you know?
I did serve her wine myself.
You did?
Yes, I did.
How many times?
I don't recall the number of times, but we were all having a great time. And
What did she have? One glass of wine or more than one glass of wine?
More than one glass of wine, and we did run out of wine. And when we did run out of wine, she actually showed me behind my desk where she had a stash of wine. So she had an extra bottle in there for us for when we ran out of the wine.
You remember that?
That's not true.
Then Miss Ackerman says that you gave her 2 tickets to go to the Belly Up Tavern to hear this band. Is that accurate?
Yes, that's correct.
And what about the other couple that they were with?
They also got tickets.
Right. You have any other witnesses that you want me to hear?
Just the person that I was with and saw everything happen also.
Come on. Now, Mr. Parisi,
Yes.
you want to tell me what you saw that evening at the tavern?
At the Belly Up Tavern?
Mm-hmm.
From which time? From when we first got there? Or?
Yeah. You weren't there very long.
We did enter together into the club. We had been there a while. I think I'd gotten to the bar and had a beer or two. It was really loud. It's really dark inside there. It's not the
You
light.
had a drink or two,
Yeah, I had a couple beers. Yeah, absolutely.
but not Miss Ackerman.
I actually wasn't with her when I was having the beer
Why not?
because I walked up to the bar to get a beer. There's 1,000 people in this
I ran
place.
into my girlfriend.
Speak not.
As far as his story, stretching his legs by the band, that's a good 30 feet away from where we were at the time. So I don't know how he could have heard anything or seen anything when there's 6-foot high people, thick all the way to the stage.
He wasn't near the stage, sir.
He said he stretched his legs by the stage.
No, that's not what he said. He said he was at the bar. He
Oh,
stretched
he was right
his
at the
leg-
bar? Okay, excuse me.
Stretched his legs and he went over to the bar.
Okay, that's fine. Well, anyway.
So why don't you just worry about your testimony, not his?
Yeah, okay. She had come out of the bathroom, I think, and I was standing right. The bouncer sits at a certain spot when you enter the club. So she had come out of the bathroom. I had already gone by him and was standing right around the corner. She came by me, said something to me. I put my hand out or something, and
All right, she said something to you like what, Mr. Parisi?
I don't really know. Exactly. Just she was leaving or she didn't want to be there anymore.
And you said you put your hand out. How did you put your hand out, sir?
To stop her for a second because she was moving kind of quickly.
So you put your hand out to stop her?
Yeah.
And what happened next?
She shrugged my hand off and said she was leaving.
So she pushed your hand away?
Pushed my hand away.
Okay. Go ahead.
And then, which happened really quickly, the bouncer, or bouncers, I think maybe it was one at the beginning, came up behind her and grabbed her.
How did he grab her?
He grabbed her from behind. He grabbed
I want you to show me, sir, on Miss
Came
Ackerman,
up
how
from
he
behind
grabbed her.
and grabbed her like this.
Okay.
And started to push her this way to leave.
Okay.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
She turned around and, of course, started to kind of swing and shrug him off because she didn't know what was going on. Nobody quietly tapped her on the shoulder and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, you need to leave," which I don't know why she would have to leave anyway when she didn't push or shove or fight with me.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing was even going on.
And you didn't hear her say anything to the bouncer?
No, it was too loud. There's a band playing.
So you didn't hear?
No, I couldn't hear anything.
So she could have said what Mr. Taylor said she
could
said?
have said anything. I couldn't hear. It's too loud.
So she could have said...
I don't know how he could have heard.
Shh. It was so loud you couldn't hear anything. Is that what you just said?
Kind of hard to hear, yeah.
So the bouncer could have said to her, "Sorry, ma'am, you have to leave."
While he grabbed her, sure.
While he grabbed her arm.
Sure.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Can I see the police report that you have, Mr. Hodges? Miss Ackerman, I'm going to read you what Deputy who responded to the scene that evening and actually witnessed what happened, at least outside, stated in the police report. Have you ever seen this police report?
Yes, I
Sure
have
you have.
heard what was in it.
Yeah, you heard what from your attorney, I assume. Is that right? Your attorney who told you, "I can't represent you anymore, I'm not wasting any more time on this case." Is that right?
No, that is not correct.
Well, I assume that's why you're here and he's not. Deputy stated Ackerman was very drunk. She smelled strongly of alcoholic beverages, her movements were slow and uncoordinated, and her speech was slurred. He asked Ackerman what had happened, and while she was trying to explain, she swore, staggered, and pushed him in the chest. That's the police officer. Ackerman was trying to explain to the police officer how she was pushing her boyfriend inside the bar. Police officer asked her not to touch him while she was talking to him. Ackerman nevertheless pushed him 2 more times, and he considered arresting her for being drunk in public. Ms. Ackerman, you don't have a case. You can't hold your alcohol. You shouldn't drink your alcohol. I think that Mr. Taylor's testimony to me is quite persuasive. He's an independent witness. That's why I didn't even take the testimony of the defendant's employee, because he has a certain interest in projecting to me his side of the case. But certainly Mr. Taylor has no particular axe to grind, and according to him, and I believe him, he did not drink. So you behaved badly, and that's what happened. You behaved badly, you got thrown out. Live with it. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Back to you. Now, this is case number 360 on the calendar in the matter of Johnson versus Wendling. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated.
Miss Johnson, you and the defendant lived together for a brief period of time. Is that right?
That's correct, Your
How
Honor.
long?
3 years.
According to your complaint, when he put you out, because he put you out of the house that you had been sharing, he kept certain property of yours. The property was a washing machine that had been given to you by your mother.
That's correct.
And in addition to that, you claim that he owes you for some credit card bills where he used your credit card several $100s worth. He says that you can have your washing machine back, but you have to give him the $250 that he put into the washing machine. In addition, he says that the only thing that he charged on your credit card was a $60 pair of shoes. The defendant has a counterclaim. He says that you damaged his car at some point and that you shrunk his slip covers when you washed them because you were a poor laundress. Is that right, sir?
Yeah, she don't know how to do laundry.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'm sure she has attributes other than laundry.
Yeah, she does.
Good. So get over the slip covers. Now, when did you stop living together?
It was August the 5th, the day after the Brickyard 400 in Indianapolis.
All I heard was August the 5th. The rest of it I didn't hear.
Oh, I'm sorry, August the 5th.
Did you say anything after that?
Yeah, I said it was the day after the Brickyard 400. That's how I remember, but that's really not important.
August the 5th. Mr. Wendling, I'm going to get you a counterclaim first because I like to dispose of things in a neat way. The slip covers she laundered when?
In July. It was right before August 4th.
But you were still living together when she did the laundry, and she
Yes.
laundered the slip covers.
Yes, ma'am.
And she didn't do that on purpose because she was angry with you. She just laundered the slip covers.
No, she didn't. I asked her not to do it. I told her that if she did wash it and dry it, that it would shrink and you wouldn't be able to put it on there.
Okay. And she did it anyway. Now, when was the damage to your car?
The car was damaged on November 4th.
Of 2001?
2002, day before voting day.
I thought you broke up in August.
We did. We have kids together.
Just August 5th, 2002, you broke up. So you mean the car was damaged after you broke up?
Yes.
Really? What happened to his car?
Well, he claims that I
No,
drove
you
it.
tell me. Don't tell me what he claims.
I didn't damage his car. I took it down to the gas station and came right back and did
What
no
were you
damage
doing
to
driving his car?
I asked him if I could drive it. My car was in the shop, so he said that it was fine to drive his car.
No, that's a fib. That's a fib that you're just telling me, Miss Johnson. I don't like when you fib to me.
Can I tell you how it happened?
Sure. I tend to believe you, Mr. Wendling.
Okay, on November 4th, day before she goes to school, Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, etc. We have a 2-year-old boy together. Plus, she has a 4-year-old son from her previous marriage. I go over to her house because I just don't like anybody to babysit my son.
Tell me what happened with the car.
Okay, anyway, make a long story short, the day of the 5th, we were arguing about the washer before she went to school. I didn't want my son to hear us arguing. We went out there, she kicked the quarter panel on my car, which she gets, you know, mad and crazy all the time. So anyway, that didn't matter to me. I went back in the house, she went to school, me and my sons went to sleep. I'm a block mason, and I work real hard every day.
You went to sleep? Come on.
Yeah, I went to sleep
Tell
on
me,
the couch.
Let's get to the
She
car.
came home, I was asleep on the couch, got mad, tried to wake me up. Her car was not working. She took my car, took it to the store. When she brought it back to her house, there's bumpers that separate the grass from the concrete. They're about this high. I have a Firebird. They're low to the ground. She ran up on
I've done it myself.
Okay, and I have
You
pictures.
go over and it goes over fine, but when you try to pull back, everything comes off the car. Is that what happens?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Is that what happened?
Yes.
So wasn't that easy?
Well, I didn't kick his car.
I'm not talking about kicking it. Wasn't it easy just to say, that's what happened? I went over a bump.
Yes, but
and when
I didn't
pulled
kick
back,
his car. I don't want you
he's
to
not,
think I'm
just a
vindictive.
second. He's not suing you for kicking his car. He says that you took the car, you went over a bump, you pulled back, the bumper came off the car, right? And you did that.
Yes.
How much is it to fix the bumper?
$1,930.
What year Firebird is this?
92.
Oof. Let me see the estimate.
Here's a picture of it. And the estimate. And the kick dent is involved in that 1932.
Is or is not?
It is. And she's wrecked all my cars, Your Honor. Every car that I've owned, she's wrecked.
All right, I can find the fender, because that you're not interested in, right?
Well, yeah, I'm interested in it.
You just told me a minute ago that you
Well,
were going
she's
to forget
suing me, so I'm going to sue her back.
Shh, just a second.
I mean, what's right,
3
right.
hours painting is 2 hours and 8.5. Okay, now let's talk about this washing machine. Your mother gave you a washing machine as a gift?
Yes, she did.
Did Mr. Wendling put down $250?
No. He says he did, but he did not.
Tell me about it.
Well, his birthday is in the end of June. He acts like the whole month of June is like his birthday month, so he does. And he didn't give me any money at all in June. We were arguing in July, and he didn't give me any money in July. So I don't know where he's getting that he gave me any money whatsoever.
Well, could you please tell me when the washing machine was purchased?
It was in June.
Who went to purchase the washing machine?
I did, and I put it on my mom's credit card.
Can I see proof of that?
I don't have it with me. I asked her for it, and she didn't give it to me. So.
Oh, why don't I have it?
Because she said, I'm tired of talking about this, is what she said, because we've been
Well,
going
that's
round and round about this.
Well,
so
that's ridiculous.
that's what she
Can I
said.
say something?
Sure.
Like I said, I was a block mason, so I got concrete all over my clothes. I've had 3 washers on my back porch for months because they're broke. Okay, she puts 12 loads of clothes in a 6-load washer and
What does that have to
expects
do
it.
with it?
Listen to me.
My-
What date was the washing machine purchased?
I have no idea. I didn't go and buy. All I did was come home and there was a brand new washer in my. But I wanted to go buy a $100 washing machine from the appliance store that didn't cost no $600. I don't need no computerized washing machine to wash clothes.
You don't wash clothes. She washed the
No,
clothes.
I wash the clothes.
But I
I've
wash
been doing her
slip
laundry
covers.
ever since I've had the washer. I bring her clothes to my house, her and her sons and my son's clothes. I wash them, dry them, fold them, and bring them back to her.
What a great service.
Yes, that's what I think.
I don't know, Miss Johnson, I wouldn't ask for the washing machine back.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he sounds
I wouldn't
like
ask
a really
for the
great
washing
guy.
machine back. That's a great gig.
Real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Melanie Johnson says ex-boyfriend Tony Wendling owes for the return of property and for unpaid credit card bills. Tony says Melanie damaged his car and shrunk the slipcovers to his couch.
Okay. How am I supposed to know what your mother paid for the washing machine?
I don't know. Like I said,
Well, I don't know.
asked
If you
her.
don't know, I don't know. How am I supposed to know that?
I don't have anything, so.
Well, where did you buy it from?
At the Home Depot.
Where did you think you were coming to today? You come to a court, you say, listen, you go to Home Depot and you say, I lost my receipt. I bought this washing machine here a few months ago. Could you please either give me a duplicate bill or something to show what the washing machine cost?
Well, I don't have a car, and he won't let me drive his car anymore after the incident.
Well, I know. She wrecks them.
So you don't know how much the washing machine was?
Yes, it was $300, around $300, a little bit more of a tax. You can call my mom and ask her.
I'm not calling your mother. When you come to court, you're supposed to prepare your case. You say that he put things on your credit card. Where are the bills for that?
I don't have that either.
What do you have?
I have pictures of some of the stuff he has.
I don't want to see pictures. I'm asking for two main things. I need a bill for the washing machine, and I need a copy of your credit card statement because you said he put $600 worth of stuff on your credit card, and you don't have your credit card statement. No, so you have nothing. So your case is dismissed. Now let's get to your counterclaim. I think that she drove... Put your hand down.
Sorry.
Put your hand down. I find that she drove your car without your permission, and she damaged it. And they want $1,930 to fix it. $230 of that is to take out the dent in the... You said she kicked your car.
Yeah,
well, initially...
boost they got.
Speak not. Initially, you said to me, I'm not interested in kicking, I'm just interested in what she did to the bumper. So I have deducted $230, leaving $1,700, which I am awarding you, sir, on your counterclaim. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Goodbye.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Well, he was portrayed as a really nice guy, and really he's not a nice guy at all.
Everybody has opinions.
He tries to make himself to be like this great person, and he's really not.
I do her laundry every day.
As far as him taking my laundry and doing it, he doesn't do that. He just tried, and everybody was like clapping. That is such a lie. He doesn't do that.
Fold it and bring it to her. It's like, you know, what more could you want?
There's a lot of bitterness and anger, and I think that's what it's over.
Stuff happens to everybody. I mean, yeah, you get angry.
I probably need to move like out here and let him stay back in Indiana so we can be like really far apart.
Don't let girlfriends drive your cars.
Don't get involved with men that are 10 years older than you.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Cox versus Davis. Step forward, please.
21-year-old software tester Cameron Cox is suing her ex-boyfriend, 25-year-old bartender Jeremy Davis, for the balance on a car. Jeremy is countersuing, accusing Cameron of cashing 2 of his paychecks.
Miss Cox, how long did you date Mr. Davis?
We met in November, we started dating in December, and we broke up in May.
And when did you decide to put a car that he wanted in your name and put down the deposit?
In February.
So you knew him less than 2 months?
While we had been friends since November.
You dated him for less than 2 months. You had a relationship with him for less than 2 months when you decided to do that. What do you do for a living?
I'm a software tester.
So you're an intelligent gal. You have skills and all that stuff? Ever watch this court before on television? Are you paying attention when you watch? Huh?
Yes.
Well, I'm paying good attention. Because according to what I read here, what you did was, he wanted to buy a car, he had lousy credit. You said, okay, put the car in my name, which means the loan will be in your name. I'll put down half the down payment, $3,000. You pay for the car, you pay for the insurance. And that was the deal that you say you had with him, right?
Yes.
And then a few months later, the romance is over. He takes off, leaving you with the car, which was repossessed. You say it's not your car. You had nothing to do with it. The car was repossessed. It's her problem because the car wasn't in your name, the loan isn't in your name. You don't know why you're here. Is that right?
Right.
See what I mean? And you say, Mr. Davis, not only that, but she took 2 of your commission checks.
Correct.
And forged your name to 2 commission checks and cashed them, and you are counterclaiming. How much were the commission checks?
It was $580.
Can I see that, please?
Yeah.
Sure. Did you forge his name to these checks and cash them?
Only one of them, with his permission.
Okay, which one?
I don't know.
One is dated 4/11, one is dated 4/18.
It was the last one.
Okay, and what did you use the money for?
For what he owes me.
You mean on the cars?
No, to go for what he owes me when we broke up.
I made a contract.
Can I see it? Did you sign a note that you promised to pay her all this money?
I remember signing to him.
Well, show it to him. There you go. Now, did you sign that?
And Ron was a witness to it.
Oh, that's not my signature, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. It's not his signature. So let's go further, Ms. Cox. This says that he owes you half the down payment for the Explorer, which is $1,500.
Correct.
Okay? I'm not even playing around with the rent or half the bills or anything else. Sticking to the car.
Could I say something, Your Honor?
Now, I'll get you in a second. The time in February when you got this Explorer for him, did you have a car?
Yes, I have a car fully paid for.
What kind of car do you have?
I have a Toyota Celica.
Is that what you have now?
Yes.
What year car is that?
2000.
Is it correct, Mr. Davis, that at the time that you and Ms. Cox were dating, she had a Toyota Celica, 2000? What word didn't you understand, sir? At the time you were dating, did she have a 2000 Toyota Celica?
Yeah, she did.
And in January of 2002, what kind of car did you have?
I have no car.
Ah, perfect. Now, so you had no car in January. Now, I want you to think very carefully, Mr. Davis. Shh. In March, on March 7th, 2002, at 6 o'clock in the evening, think about what I'm saying to you. What kind of car were you driving?
2001 Ford Explorer Sport.
Yes, sir.
But
And what kind of car was she driving?
She was driving a Toyota.
Now, in June of 2002, you were no longer together with the plaintiff. Is that right?
Correct.
What kind of car were you driving?
I was driving no car.
Right. What did you do with the Explorer?
I didn't do anything with the Explorer. I
You
didn't
just
purchase
left it there.
Yeah, because it was in her name. She purchased, she financed it. Nothing on contract at the dealership was my name on it.
So, now, Bert, first I want to deal, Mr. Davis, with your counterclaim, okay?
Correct.
You claim that the plaintiff forged your name to 2 commission checks totaling almost $600.
Correct.
And she kept that money. Is that right?
Correct.
She kept that money?
She kept that money.
Right. Return this to him. I can't tell whether she forged your name. So your counterclaim's dismissed. You got that so far? Tell me about this car being repossessed. When was it repossessed?
I did a voluntary repo in the middle of June. Once we broke up, he was supposed to go get anger management classes because he was abusive during the relationship.
Oh, so in the short time you were together, he was also abusive?
The last month, he became abusive.
Ms. Cox, so listen to me. In the few short months you were together, he was also abusive.
Only in May. He became abusive towards the end of the relationship.
Relationship wasn't that long. Now, keep your money in your bank. Your head on your shoulders and your money in the bank. 2 good things. If you think of nothing else when you leave here today, keep your head on your shoulders and your money in the bank. So you did a voluntary repo of the car and you sent it back to the credit company, and how much did they sell it for?
And they sold it for $11,000, and this is the remaining of what I owe.
What kind of work do you do, Mr. Davis?
Bartender.
How long have you been a bartender, sir?
For about a month. Before I was doing that, I was a fork truck driver.
A what?
Fork truck driver.
Well, what happened to that job?
Well, but I just wanted to bartend.
Don't you make more money driving those heavy machines?
Yeah, you do. But I like the bartending scene, so chose that.
You like the bartending scene?
Yeah, meeting new people.
You still owe $8,000 on this car, $8,800 on this car?
Could I say something, Your Honor?
What?
I had received a call from Cameron that she had called me and said I messed up, and I was, well, what are you talking about? She had spent a lot of money on 8 ball of Coke, used it all. She called me crying on the phone.
God. What does that have to do with the Explorer? What does that have to do with your Explorer? Would you answer my question?
Do what now?
Mr. Davis, I'll have a vodka martini straight up. Can you hear that? Can you hear that? What does one thing have to do with another? Just wanted to make sure that I wasn't doing anything wrong, you know. Perhaps mocking Mr. Davis because he suffered from a hearing impediment. He doesn't suffer from a hearing impediment. He suffers from selective hearing, which is very much in tune with his gender. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of her request, $3,000. Your counterclaim's dismissed. Goodbye, Mr. Davis.
Parties are excused. You may step out. Your Honor, this is case number 400 on the calendar in the matter of Straub versus Snelson. Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Sir, have a seat.
Ms. Straub, how old are you?
I'm 20.
When were you 20?
April 5th.
According to your complaint, for your 19th birthday, the defendant, who was then your boyfriend, bought you a dog. You've since broken up. He came in, stole the dog. You want the dog back or the value of the dog? Mr. Snelson says that he never gave you this dog as a gift. The gift was bought for his son, for his son's 5th birthday, and he is counterclaiming for some property that you have that belongs to him. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
Were you living together?
Yes.
When did you start to live together?
We started living together when I was 18, but we had broken up right after he had given me the dog for my 19th birthday.
Just a minute. Did you move into his apartment? Did he move into your apartment? Or did you move in together into a new apartment?
I moved into his house, but I moved into my house, into my mother's house in Portland after we had broken up, after he...
Shh. Try paying attention to my questions. You moved into his house. Mm-hmm. Who lived in his house?
Several people.
Who?
A couple of roommates, his son, and I, and him.
How old is his son?
He was 4 then.
When is your birthday in April? April 5th?
Mm-hmm.
On what day was the dog purchased?
I am not sure. It was a couple days before my 19th birthday.
And tell me the circumstances of his giving you the dog.
He had gotten the dog from someone.
Look at me.
He brought it home and he said, "Happy birthday, here's your dog," and that was it.
What kind of dog is it?
She's an American Pit Bull.
How old was the dog?
She'll be 2 in January.
How old was the dog when you got it?
She was about 3 months old.
And when did you break up?
We broke up right after my 19th birthday. I moved back to Portland, and I took Karma with me, and she lived with me in Portland at my mother's house, which I have proof.
Okay. For how long?
For approximately a year.
When did he come and get the dog? What date?
What date? I moved back to Bend after living.
What Bend?
I moved. We lived in Bend together. And
what Bend? Is that Bend, Oregon?
Bend, Oregon, yes.
Okay.
And after I had broken up with him, after I had received the dog as a gift for my 19th birthday, I moved back to Portland, Oregon. And she lived with me.
took the dog with you?
Yes.
Okay.
And she lived with me. I have plenty of paperwork, receipts, original receipts from Portland, from Petco. I have Safeway, places, dates, times, amounts.
Okay, I'll take a look at them in a minute.
Okay. And she lived with me at my mother's house.
For a year?
For about a year, yes.
Was it 9 months? Was it 10 months?
It was almost a year, maybe a couple weeks
Okay, and
short.
then you moved back to Bend.
Then I moved back to Bend.
Where he is now.
Mm-hmm.
And he was all along.
And I am there now. And we had stayed...
Now look at me. You're looking down at your paperwork. Don't look down at your paperwork.
Okay.
You broke up, you took the dog, you went back to your mother's.
Okay.
You stayed with your mother, and then you moved back to Bend. When you moved back to Bend, where did you go?
To his grandmother's. And then
So you went back, you were back together again?
Yes. And then shortly...
You were back together again?
Yes.
What month and year did you move back to Bend?
End of April, beginning of May of this year.
And when did you break up for the last time?
September 3rd, when he had choked me, and I called the police and had him removed.
So from May to September, you lived together?
Yes.
And the police removed him?
They requested that he leave, yes. And I filed a restraining order the next morning. And the apartment is in my name solely.
So when you moved back to Bend, you leased an apartment and he moved in with you? I thought you were living with his grandmother.
We lived with his grandmother for approximately 2 months. And then I leased an apartment in my name on July 22nd of this year.
And that's where the two of you were living? July, August, up until September 3rd, you were living with the dog. Is that right?
Yes.
Where was his son?
His son was in Alaska with his mother.
Is that right, Mr. Steelson? Look at me,
To my
sir.
knowledge.
No. To your knowledge, you would know if your son isn't around. You wake up in the morning, you go and look in his room.
It's
If he's not there, look at me.
Well, I'm trying to
look
think
at me.
It has
I
been
just asked.
Roughly about 8 months to a year.
That your son has been
over there
living with his mother.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now, tell me how he got possession of the dog.
After I had filed the restraining order, I had dropped it because I want to remain friends with him still. I didn't want all of this. But he had came into my house and started arguing with me and just walked in. He still had a key because I had yet to be able to get it from him.
No, you're all right.
And he walked through my back French doors of my patio, came in, argued with me, and grabbed her, and then ran off with her.
Okay.
And he had called me
That's
after
a lie,
that.
Mama.
He had called me several times from a payphone and asked me if I had wanted to discuss this further, maybe repress the situation.
Do you have any of his property?
I have pots and pans and dishes that his aunt and his grandmother purchased for us for our house, and I would be more than willing to give those back to him.
Fine. Pots, pans, and dishes. What else? You have a ring that belonged to his
I
grandfather?
do not have a ring of his. I do not have any other possessions of his. He took everything, and he even took my DVD player upon leaving, and he had then later given it back to me.
Good. The real issue here is the dog. Is that right?
Yeah, somewhat. I would really like my ring and everything
Pay careful
back.
attention to me, sir.
Okay, if I can get my
Pay
personal
careful attention
belongings
to
back,
me. You can't pay
I would
careful
love to.
attention to me if you're moving your mouth.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
When my mouth starts to move, your mouth stops. And the only time that doesn't happen is when somebody is usually on speed or some sort of mind-altering drug, because otherwise people know that when they're in a courtroom, judge speaks, they don't.
And later today,
You want her to pay for a vasectomy that she insisted that you have because she didn't want any more children.
Yes, ma'am.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Melody Straub says ex-boyfriend Casey Snelson won't return her pit bull named Karma. Casey says he bought the dog as a birthday gift for his son.
When you had an argument over a year ago with Miss Straub, did she leave Bend, Oregon, and go and live with her mother for a period of time?
No, ma'am.
She did not. She never left. Is that
She
what
left,
you're telling me?
But no, ma'am, she did not go straight to her mother's.
I didn't ask you whether she went straight to her mother's. I asked whether she left and went to her mother's in Portland.
I went with her, though, is what I'm saying.
You stayed with her?
Yes. She came to live with me and my best friend in Vancouver, Washington for approximately a month and a half. Then she moved to her mother's. And it was only about 3 months that
When
we were
she
over there.
moved to her mother's, Mr. Sneelson, was the dog with her?
No.
Yes.
Where was the dog?
It was with me and my roommate and my son and his 2 kids in the apartment with us.
Really?
Yes.
No.
I don't believe you.
You don't believe me?
Yeah, I don't believe you. Show me the proof that the dog was with you in Portland. Show me the... Show me.
Here's everything. That's got it all. She's registered under Multnomah and Deschutes County. All of her rabies vaccinations are under me. Karma Straub.
I'm missing something, Bird. I'm really missing something. My eyes must be getting out. Would you point out the dog in these pictures? See a dog in those pictures?
Not in those, Your Honor.
Well, then what are you giving it to me for?
No, that was the house that I was living at with my mother.
Listen, I don't care about the house and your mother. I asked you, I'm
There's
not looking
pictures
through
in
all
there,
this
Your
garbage.
Honor.
Would you kindly look through this junk and show me proof of the dog living with you in Portland, Oregon?
This is her license under Multnomah County. Here are her pictures along with all of her vaccinations and everything in
Let me just
Portland.
see. I don't want to see the pictures. I want to see the vet bill.
Okay.
Good.
I also
Mr. Nielsen, listen to me very carefully. Did you ever live with the plaintiff in Portland, Oregon?
Yes.
When?
Around June of 2001 until about August of 2001.
Where did you live?
We lived in Vancouver, Washington, at an apartment complex there.
Is English your primary language?
What's that?
Is English your primary language? Yes. I said to you, did you ever live in Portland, Oregon with the plaintiff?
No, not in Portland. But, I mean,
So the answer is no.
connected. I mean, they're connected.
So the answer is no. You
Okay,
never
no.
lived with her in Portland, Oregon.
Your Honor,
Vancouver and Portland are connected.
I have receipts that I had kept from Portland also, as well
Wait,
as...
just a sec. I mean, what are you laughing at? What are you laughing at?
What? You said Portland, Oregon. He's talking about Washington. I thought that was rather humorous.
Your Honor?
There's only a tiny bridge that divides, and that's why you commute from one side to the other. There's only a small bridge that divides Portland and
I want to tell you,
Vancouver.
let me ask you this question, sir. You think that if you paid your taxes to the state of Washington, the state of Oregon would say, that's really nice, we're going to... We don't care.
Well, that's like my friend
Washington,
works
paid
in
to
Oregon,
Oregon,
he lives
we
in
don't care.
the state
One
of
is the same thing. I asked you a question. I said, did you ever live with her in Portland, Oregon? The answer is what?
No.
Good.
Sorry.
I also have original.
I didn't ask you anything. In any event, your defense, sir, is that you bought this dog for your son. It was a gift for your son. Is that right?
It was.
But your son doesn't live with you. Why didn't you give the dog to him?
My son did live with me at the time.
He doesn't live with you now. He hasn't lived with you in a year.
No, but just because I bought the dog when my son
But
was
the
there,
kid,
was
what?
the
What were you
dog
gonna
supposed
say?
to go to Alaska?
Why not? The dog
Because his
belongs to the
mother
child.
wasn't going to take the dog, and that's my responsibility to take care of that animal.
I don't believe you. I believe that you bought the dog for her and came home and said to her, whether you intended to buy it for her or not, I believe that you came home. Oh, by the way, can I see the bill of sale? I want to see when he bought the dog. Shh. Say nothing.
Okay.
May I say something?
Shh. Say nothing. Oh. This says that the dog was purchased in March for $250.
Yes, ma'am.
He didn't even get that bill of sale until after I had called the police on him, Your Honor.
Is that right?
Stating
I believe you.
That he
I believe you.
took
Show
her
me the
from
registration for the dog.
Registration there, she's not...
She's registered under me under Multnomah.
Show me the registration.
I even have a tape, Your Honor, a cassette tape, that he left a message on my answering machine stating that he wanted to give me back my dog, but I don't want to play his rules.
Okay, let me, you have that
No,
tape?
I tried to be very civil between this case, and we tried
Quiet.
to work on a
Sir,
competitive level.
You see this receipt? This
Yes,
receipt is baloney.
That's mine.
It's baloney.
What?
It's baloney.
I have an avid chip put in my animal too.
Can you
registers her to me.
Can you please
If
play that
she's
tape for
taken,
me?
it comes back to me. It's all registered into my name.
I believe it's
at any
not
time.
enough.
Go ahead. I can't hear it.
I didn't want to see you because I did want to stay.
How can you have a videotape when your thing has no video? I mean, has no. That was when we were in a fight. I was just letting her see her, Your Honor.
You said what,
That was
sir?
when we were in an argument, and I was just, this was during a time where we were commuting back and forth. She was meeting me behind my grandmother's house so she could see Karma and stuff. Then we tried to hook back up. We hooked back up and stuff after this tape and
No, we did
everything.
not.
We had been together after this.
No, we
Yes,
did
have,
not.
Your Honor.
So what? You said I'll give you back Karma.
For
That's
the night. That's for the night.
You're full of
Your Honor.
baloney.
That's not for...
Mr.
No,
Sneelson,
no.
Mr.
No,
Sneelson,
no. That's
Mr. Sneelson, two things. First of all, lying is something.
I know,
you know,
and this is all lies. That's why I can't understand
lying is
this.
something
This
that is
just
objectionable to
absolutely
me.
ridiculous.
You take drugs.
No, Your Honor.
What I want you to do is, when my mouth starts to move, your mouth stops. Do you understand?
I know.
And the only time that doesn't happen is when somebody is usually on speed or some sort of mind-altering drug, because otherwise people know that when they're in a courtroom, judge speaks, they don't. Do you understand that? So I believe that this is her dog. I also believe that she is not going to be able to get this dog from you. Do you understand? Now, you're suing him for the dog or the value of the dog. He wants his personal property back. He wants his property back. He wants his grandfather's ring back that he says that you have. Is that right?
Yes, I do.
Okay. When she gets the dog back, you get your personal property. Do you understand? Other than that, you get nothing.
It's already gone.
Now, good. So it's already gone. So then all I have to do is I have to dismiss your counterclaim, because that you're not getting back. If she has your grandfather's ring that you said has so much
does,
sentimental
but
value to you, that's
have
gone,
receipts.
along with your other stuff. Now, I don't believe he's going to give you back this dog. And the truth of the matter is, I think it's a good idea, because I think that there's something wrong with him. I think it's a good idea that you have no connection with him.
Me too.
Do you understand? And I think that you should get another dog, preferably smart, not a pit bull. You're not going to get this dog back from him. And if you do, he's going to be on your case.
I was planning
permanently.
on moving back to Portland.
Listen to me. He's going to be on your case, and there's something about him that's not balanced. I'm doing you a tremendous favor because he is not wrapped too tight. He is one bottle short of a six-pack.
This is all
Pay
that he
careful
wants.
attention to me. Pay careful attention to me. He is one bottle short of a six-pack, and if you have something that he says he wants, he's never going to be away from you. So go and buy yourself another dog. Judgment for the plaintiff in the amount of $1,500. That's all.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
I don't want another dog. She spent 2 years of her life with me.
She's a psycho, and I've been dealing with this. She stalks me. She comes by my work 7 o'clock in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning.
He's just doing this out of spite.
It's about her being crazy.
You can't be an adult to someone who doesn't want to be an adult themselves.
And now the next case.
All parties in the matter of Morin versus Baird. Step forward, please.
Photo technician Joanne Morin is suing her ex-fiancé, construction plans examiner James Baird, for the cost of a cruise ticket. James is countersuing for the return of a suit and for the cost of a vasectomy.
All right, Bert, I've read the papers in this case. Don't get comfortable. We're not going to be long. Okay. Miss Morin, you and the defendant dated. You were supposed to go on a cruise together. You couldn't go because a relative, I think your father, became ill. The defendant went with 2 of his children, but your son had paid for the cruise ticket. In any event, you say that he owes you $200. He says, more than happy to give you the $200, right? Give me back my suit that I left at your house. Is that right?
Yes, ma'am.
That's the suit?
Yes, ma'am.
Give him the suit, Bert. I told you, this case has lots of little parts, but we're going to handle them all very quickly. Good. Now you have your suit. The suit goes on your side, and plaintiff gets $200. Are you happy? Good. On your side, you have a counterclaim.
Yes, ma'am.
Your counterclaim is twofold. A, you wanted your suit back, you got your suit. You want her, A, to give you back the engagement ring.
Oh, the money for it, yes.
Where's the engagement ring?
I have it with me right here.
Perfect.
You want to see?
No. Goes back. Goes to his team. Happy now? Almost.
Almost.
The other part, you're not going to even be happy that you raised, sir. You want her to pay for a vasectomy that she insisted that you have because she didn't want any more children.
Yes, ma'am.
Right? Did she grab you by the hand and take you to the doctor?
No, she...
Very good. Then you don't get paid for the vasectomy. You're over 21, you made a choice. If you don't like the choice, you'd have to live with it or get it reversed. Goodbye and good luck. That takes care of this.
Parties are excused. You may step out. That's just case number 344 on the calendar in the matter of Burke versus Boma.
Thank you.
Parties have been sworn in, Judge. You may be seated. Folks, have seats, please.
Miss Burke, the defendant is a former boyfriend of yours. It is your claim that he kicked your car. He was angry. Defendant has what is an interesting defense, which I will get to in a moment. When did this happen?
This happened on September 9th.
Don't ask me. I don't know. I wasn't there.
Yeah, it happened on September 9th.
Where were you?
We were driving, and it happened in a parking lot in Racine in Fazino's parking lot.
Well, tell me about it, Miss Burke. Tell me slowly.
Okay. We weren't going out at the time, so I said I was going to keep a civilized relationship and take him to find some jobs at the mall. So we went to the mall, and he got some applications, and on the way back, he was going through my CDs in the back of my car.
He was sitting in the back?
He was sitting in the back.
You were driving?
I was driving, and my witness was in the front passenger seat.
Go ahead.
So he was going through my CDs, and he stole from me in the past, so I told him to stop going through my stuff, and he refused. So
What did he say?
He says, no, I'm not going to quit going through your stuff. So then I pulled the car over, and I said, well, then get out. And he says, no, I'm not going to get out. So then I said, okay. And I got out of the car, and I moved the seat because it's a two-door car. So I moved the seat so he could get out. And he said, if I get out, I'm going to mess up your car. And I said, okay, then get back in. So I kind of pushed him back in the car.
How did you push him?
He was halfway out of the car.
And you pushed him back in?
Because he said he was going to mess up my car. I just kind of pushed him back in the car. It was nothing serious. You know,
I didn't do anything to hurt him. I just didn't want him to mess up my car. So then he got out, and then he pushed me out of the way. And then I pushed him back into the car.
Now, how did you push him back into the car?
I just kind of pushed him.
Go ahead.
And then he kicked the car, pushed me out of the way one more time, kicked the car, and ran.
Okay. Now, Mr. Boma, you acknowledge that you kicked the car,
Yes.
but you tell me your version of the events, sir.
Well,
You were going through her CDs in the back of the car.
Yes, because we were going out for about a year and a half, and I had gave her some of my CDs, and you know we was going through some difficult times, so you know we was fighting. And
So you were looking for your CDs.
my CDs.
And she told you to stop, and you said no. She stopped the car. She said, get out. That's where we're up to, because that you agree with.
Yes.
Okay, now you tell me your version of the events from that point, sir.
Okay, and then as she told me to step out of the vehicle, she told me to get out. I said no. I had gave you money to take me to these places and back to my house. She said it the second time. I was trying to get out of the car, and then she had pushed me. That's when my witness came in. He seen that.
Don't tell me what he saw.
Then I got out of the car, and then she had pushed me, and then she slapped me across my face. And
she slapped you?
Yes, and then that made me angry, but I know I'm not to hit a woman. You know, I was raised really good not to hit a woman. So then after she smacked me, instead of hitting a girl, taking out my frustration, I had kicked her car.
At what point did your witness come on the scene?
When he was driving down the road.
He was driving down the road. Yeah, go ahead.
And he was like a few cars behind, like about 5 cars behind.
Keep going.
And he thought that I might be with her, so he was following to see if I was with her, and then he seen that.
Don't tell me what he saw. I'm just asking you where he was.
He was coming down the same road, but he was a couple cars behind, so as I stepped out of the car.
He pulled into the parking lot.
He didn't pull in the parking lot.
He didn't?
No.
He was just driving by.
Yes, and he
He was driving by.
It was a traffic jam.
Tell me your name.
My name is Cesar Angeles. I was like 6, 7 cars behind him. I seen him driving. He called me earlier in the day. I was at the studio. And I seen him.
What studio?
Greenhouse Records. We rap, so you know.
Who raps?
Me and our crew.
What about him?
No, he's just my guy. He's my son's uncle. So I know him. And then I was following him. I seen him driving, and I was following him, and it was like a traffic jam right in Fasinos. It's a busy intersection, and I was in the traffic jam, and I seen it all happen. He was trying to get out the car, and she pushed him. She pushed him really hard and smacked him, and I was like, "Dang, what's going on?" And I looked at her, and I was like, and I was right there, right in front of Infosinos. She smacked him, and then all I seen, he smacked him, and then he said something to her and kicked her car, and then the traffic jam stopped, and I had to keep on driving, and I turned around, and then I came back and picked him up.
Step up here. Tell me your last name.
Ashman.
You were in the front passenger seat, is that right?
Yes.
Did you see Miss Burke slap the defendant?
Yes.
Of course you did. You slapped him in the face. Good girl. Have a seat. How come you left that out, Miss Burke?
It all happened so fast.
Miss Burke, how come you left that out?
I didn't mean to leave it out. I may have slapped him in the face, but I wasn't intentionally trying to slap him in the face. I was trying to push him away from me because he had pushed me.
No. You intentionally slapped somebody in the face.
I didn't intentionally slap him.
Yes. The same way you intentionally slap someone in the face, that's the same way you intentionally kick a car.
But he pushed me, and I don't appreciate
No,
somebody
you pushed him
touching me.
first.
I didn't push him first.
Yeah,
I tried to get him back in the car.
Listen to me. You just testified that you pushed him first. That's what you testified to 2 seconds ago.
Because he threatened me.
No, he didn't.
He said he was going to mess up my car if he got out.
That's not threatening you. That's threatening your car.
Okay, he threatened my car.
That's why you put your hands on
my
him.
property.
You don't seem to understand that you can't put your hands on somebody, madam. You cannot put your hands on somebody.
He put his hands on me.
No, you put your hands on him first. And just because he's a male and you're a female, that doesn't give you an advantage. That
He
you
hit
can't...
me before.
Listen to me. I don't care about before. I care about that day and what you say to me here today.
Okay.
And if what you're telling me is what it seems you're telling me is you're allowed to put your hands on him, but he's not allowed to put his hands on you.
No.
Well.
If somebody hit somebody, somebody should hit him back. And if somebody pushed me, He has no right to push me in a way I felt uncomfortable.
You pushed him first.
I just kind of pushed him back in the car. I didn't want him to get out, and and
you pushed him first.
But he did agree to pay me. I have it on tape.
You pushed him first. I'm trying to get you to talk about the truth.
Okay.
And to have some understanding that you can't put your hands on somebody.
I understand that, Your Honor.
Because if you put your hands on somebody and they react badly, pay attention. You're thinking instead of listening. You are not receiving. I want you to try to receive.
I understand that.
You can't. You understand what?
I understand that I have to receive what you're telling me.
And what am I telling you?
That I have no right to touch anybody.
Because what happens if you put your hands on somebody?
They react.
And what can happen if they react?
They can kick my car.
Or hurt you.
Or hurt me.
And he chose to kick your car
He
rather
hurt
than
me
to
too.
slap you back.
He shook me.
Miss Burke, I think you're a fibber. Darling.
Judge Judy continues in a moment.
Her boyfriend tried to pound it out with a hammer.
No.
Did anybody touch this car? It looks like somebody touched this car.
I tried to push out the dent.
And she's not certified mechanic. That she's worsening the damage.
That was stupid.
And later today,
I care very much about my cat.
I don't care about you. You told her in June you were going to be coming for the cat, but you didn't go there until July. That's 6 months.
I went there several times.
That's a lie, Your Honor.
real cases, real people. Judge Judy. Breanne Burke says ex-boyfriend Daniel Boma kicked her car. Daniel admits to it, but says it was retaliation for getting slapped in the face.
I think you're a fibber, and I think you're trying to contort this story to make it most favorable to you. Fortunately, you bring your own witness who tends to corroborate what he says. I believe he saw what he saw. This young man who, at first I said, oh, that's convenient, somebody just driving by and witnessing the whole thing. I believe him. And you don't seem to get it. You bear a responsibility. You put your hands on somebody, you're not permitted to do that. And if they react badly, you still bear a certain responsibility.
Right.
Instead of slapping you in the face, he kicked your car.
Mm-hmm.
Which would you prefer?
He could have slapped me in the face.
You prefer that he hit you instead of your car?
Yeah, that's going to cost so much money. And he has agreed to pay it, though. Even though he did kick it.
He agreed to pay it, then what are you doing here?
I have it all on tape that he agreed to pay it, but he's not paying.
Pay careful attention. Oh, you mean he's not paying? He said he was going to pay for it.
He said he was, but he's not.
How much is the cost of the dent?
$900. I have the estimates right here. Would you like to see?
How old is your car?
It's a '95 Neon.
Let me see it, please.
Okay. I have pictures in the...
I would like to see the dent that he put in your car. Thank you, Bert. You mean right in the back?
Yep.
Okay. Well, that looks like 2 dents.
It was a big dent.
Ma'am, can I say something?
Sure.
What happened was, when he kicked the car, there was initially 1 dent from his foot. Her boyfriend tried to pound it out with a hammer.
No.
Did anybody touch this car? It looks like somebody touched this car.
I tried to push out the dent.
And she's not certified mechanic. That she's worsening the damage.
That was stupid.
I didn't want to drive around with a big dent in my car. It was so ugly. And he doesn't have a job. He doesn't have any money. I don't see how he would have paid for it. That's why I'm taking him to court, because it needs to be fixed.
He's not going to fix this for $900.
Well,
two things. A, you are partially responsible for it. And B, because clearly there were ripples in it. And the ripples in it are from you trying to get it out. So if you made it worse, he's not, you're not losing, right? He's not going to pay for that. He's not going to pay for that. You've got to learn to do 2 things. You've got to learn to keep your temper, and you have to learn what your responsibility is. He had no right to kick your car. He acted out of temper because you hit him.
Okay.
You hit him. Now, I don't know how much it would cost to get out the 1 kick that he did put in, because right now I can't tell what he did to the car and what you did to the car. This is after you try to fix it, right?
Right.
Okay.
Do you want to hear the recordings that he left me?
Yeah. Okay. I just told you. Hear the recordings. He said, I'll fix the car, right? He said, I'll fix the car. You tried to fix the car and made it worse.
After he saw that, he told me that he was going to fix it. And he even tried to push it out. He's like, I'll push it out. We went over to his house. He said he was going to give me $100. And he even tried to push it out. He's like, let me try to push it out. I can help.
Just a
I can
second.
fix
Was
it.
that before or after you did?
After.
Okay. At most, getting that 1 dent out of your car, if done properly at the beginning, would have cost you $600. At most, not $900, $600. Somebody takes a plunger and pulls it out of the car, and then it's finished. I believe you're half responsible for what happened to your car, because but for the fact that you hauled off and hit him, he would not have reacted. His temper would not have flared up. He's responsible for that, but so are you.
I'm responsible too. You're right.
And he's also not responsible for the additional damage that you inflicted on your car when you or your friends try to pull out the dent, push out the dent, whatever you decided to do.
Right.
So I'm awarding you $300. If you can get your car fixed for $300, so be it. Otherwise, looking at this little dent in the back, which does not prevent it from being driven, will be a constant reminder. You keep your hands to yourself.
Okay.
Because just because you're a woman does not mean you can get away with putting your hands on somebody, because you put your hands on somebody, they're gonna hit you back.
And he should keep his hands off me too, because I am a woman and he's a man. And he's been hitting me a lot in the past, and I don't appreciate that.
Would you escort me out?
Sure. Parties are excused. You may step out.
I was just really upset for the fact that she can hit me, and then, you know I can't hit her because I'm a man.
Well, you did. I think he's just mad because our whole relationship was just based on me feeling sorry for him.
Car wouldn't have got kicked, she wouldn't have touched him.